Yo, yo. Can you hear me? Is this thing going? Can you hear me? Ah, yeah. Oh, I ain't put the link in the description. Hold on. Because we going to get started. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. If you're on Facebook, I'm about to put it in the description right now. We're going to get started. There you go. I got you. I know I ain't do. I just shout out to Alcoa. I did the commercial. But I ain't this no intro. We getting right into it today. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. I ain't even on my run yet. So I know this a topic everybody want to talk about. You got the link? Hold on. If y'all ain't got the link, I'm gonna put it. Let me go to my Facebook page too, cause sometimes my comments that I type in the box won't go in the Facebook from StreamYard. Hold on, Stephon. I see you, man. Let me get something situated. All right. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for my Facebook page right there. There y'all go. Let me know if that work. If it don't work, well, I guess it worked. Is Stephon in here? Who is that in your passenger seat, Stephon? Before I let you in, man, act right, goddamn. Don't be showing off because you got company. All right, here we go.
I ain't gonna show off. Don't worry.
What's good, man?
What's good with you, man?
Nothing much, man.
I'm here, born as Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, you in Cleveland? Cleveland is the city come from, so run.
Hey, there's that guy like running from people right there.
East 19,
Hey, take me back down, Ahmad.
All right, got
Yeah,
you.
take his black ass back down.
Yeah, you showing off in front of company right now, man.
That nigga like running from spaces. He don't be in the spaces no more. They chumped him. They made him run out.
Something wrong with you. Hey, DJ Hollywood, where you at, man? You want me to direct message you the link or something, sucker?
Some of his undertone comments and whatnot.
Him and his undertone comments. You know how he do. He's thought provoking.
Congratulations on your marathon, man. That was a nice little feat.
Yeah, man, it's my second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You on spring break?
Yeah, spring break. Yep. Oh, that? Oh, no, that ain't. Okay, he ready. There we go. Well, man, what DJ Play-by-Play? That's his new name now.
Oh, I don't know where that boy at. Now, what was these little dumbass comments you were saying, stuffing?
No. Hey, Stan, man, you really pissed me off, yo. I still got love for you, but when you let them chase you out of them spaces like that, man, that hurt my feelings, yo. That's not the sad I know, man.
Stuff, that's one thing I don't do, and I don't simp, okay?
I got you, but I mean, they was calling for you, and you was in there. They was giving you the business. It's like you ran.
Hey, it could be like that edge all you want, bro, but how you going to win against a bunch of women with a bunch of simp-ass niggas behind them?
Bro, you got to stand on 10 toes, man. I mean, freaking Kev had to do it. He did it.
I ain't that type of person. I'd rather see you in person than talk about our differences in person.
Yeah, you talk about differences on here and on the spaces all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because that's the type of person that I am. I like to fight.
Well, you just said you rather talk about it in person, but you talk about it on the spaces all the time, though, and on here.
Yeah, because I can't touch you.
Oh.
Terrell, I ran the marathon in Virginia Beach, bro. Hampton got a marathon? Let me know.
It used to. It was some pirate theme. They used to run it back in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, used to run downtown, and then you ran all the way to the Coliseum, and then you ran. It was some kind of messed up lap.
Y'all doing a
He
Boston
said
Marathon
Newton
this
New
year?
got one. Said Newton. What you say, Steph?
Y'all doing a Boston Marathon this year?
Yeah, they going. That's next weekend.
Are you going?
Nah, UVA spring game is the same weekend.
Now, Mike, did you catch some of the conversation me and Kev had this morning, just a few minutes ago?
Like 5 minutes of it. I saw when you was talking about was letting him know that C Square had did that to the South Carolina and to Louisville.
Yeah, like, but he don't see the double standard. I don't understand how he don't see it.
There you go. He coming up.
Because it's a white woman, that's why.
Look! I was holding that bullet for a little earlier, man. You ain't have to say that.
Hey man, no, we not letting you come up in the bed, bro. No, no, nah, man. What up, Shaggy? Shout out to little bro Shaggy, man, tuning in on YouTube. Hey, matter of fact,
Hey, Shaggy, I know you ain't talking shit when the
here you
last
go,
time.
Shaggy. That got a link right there, Shaggy.
Shaggy, I know you not talking shit when you got up here last time and your head was looking like a wet dust mop. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Hey Zara, man, you got to get your background and stuff right, bro. We not doing this laying in bed on my live, man. Don't disrespect my brain. Get your ass up, bro.
He in the bed with no shirt on again?
Nah, hell nah. I don't remember him with no shirt on here. We not doing that. No, sir. Hey Zara, come on, man. And your live was said you was up. Don't come on my platform laying in the bed, bro. And clean your room up too. I'm trying to help you out. Whatever room you in, that joint ain't looking right, bro. Go to your studio. Go to your, Zoom room.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, you good.
No. I got to go in the crib and get a clip of hats for every time he lie.
Oh shit.
His equipment got replaced. Renner Center came back and got his equipment. That's why.
What's up, people?
What's good?
Man, my bad, bro. I'm laying down, man. I want to apologize because my floors are being done because we had a little small flood, so I'm getting new carpet and new all that stuff, and all the rooms have been gutted. So it looks like I'm in the trap. But I got my projector going. That's laying down by the Sports Center on the wall.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but let me go in my studio. I don't want to disrespect the show.
You stunting this morning?
Huh?
You stunting this morning, huh?
No, man. You know what? Like I was trying to say it on the live. I've had this projector for like 5 years in a box. Man, I hope the fire stick up to that thing, man. Look at that, bro. Excuse the room. They don't got no carpet and stuff, but man, that on the wall right there.
Yeah.
That makes a TV anytime, bro.
Yeah.
And I told that man you need to hook that PlayStation or that Xbox up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my next joint, bro. That's fire right there, bro. Watching movies and shit like that.
Okay.
See, look, I ain't got no look. Floors I ain't got no furniture, no nothing.
Okay.
All I got is some fishing poles. That's all I got. But
yeah, there we go. Come on, man, get right, dog.
Yeah, bro.
I told you we're gonna have this talk.
Can I say something before we start the show?
Absolutely.
I just want to say I'm glad to be on the Ball Hawk show. I grew my beard out, and if you want to know how I grew it out with this African's Best Ultimate Herbal Oil. Still something.
They're a proud sponsor of the Zara show.
Yeah, they hooked it up. They hooked it up. They got me a free. That's a sample right there. And my beard, it's a little coarse, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So let's get on. Let's get on with it, man. I heard what y'all said.
All right.
What
you got? What you got?
I heard the boy over there talking y'all talking about me. But
So what's your thoughts on the backlash that the young queen getting for doing this and doing this?
it's really to me it's fake outrage between both sides. To me,
Why is it fake outrage for both sides?
because man, like
so the
we
person.
as
Oh,
a
go.
people,
My
like
bad.
I
I didn't
told
mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
my
Go ahead.
bad, like I told said, it's not a it's we as a people. We've made this into a black thing, white thing. Now, I'm not saying one particular race, but we as a whole group of
Oh,
people made this into a black thing, white thing. I'm not saying you, me, or said. It's just certain pockets of our own race that have done that.
I knew Ahmad that disagreed with that one because the way he sat back inside.
That's just me, man. Like I said on my live. First of all, we were all surprised at these Caucasian women from Iowa to beat South Carolina. Now I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's why they play the game. You know? And then when you get saucy with it, it's just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm not gonna lie, that triggered some black folks. When Iowa beat South Carolina, that triggered a lot of black folks. Like, wait a minute, they was waiting.
Okay. It wasn't the fact that they wanted to see Don Staley repeat. It was because white people beat black people, in your opinion.
No, y'all laughing, bro. I'm serious.
I'm asking
man.
you. I'm asking
like,
you. Is that what you
pockets of people
truly
don't
feel?
want to see.
That statement right there just invalidated the one you just said or earlier.
What?
We as people.
Yeah.
You are the one that's doing it as well.
No, I hate when people use me.
I got beef with you anyway. Be quiet. I'm talking to Kev.
Oh, Mike up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize that forehead. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
What
man?
up, man?
But it's just like when Tiger Woods won the championship. They gave him the green coat, and the dude said, "We having collard greens tonight." You know what I'm saying?
What?
Y'all get where I'm going with
How
that?
is that the same? What?
It's pockets of people in this world. It's just basically you just don't want to see the other race succeed. That's all.
Oh,
man.
I got you.
Yeah, they gonna try their best to throw some hot sauce into that dinner or that food to make it crazy. You know,
Kev,
we having collard greens and fried chicken tonight at the PGA, and it's like what?
Kev, I gave you a better analogy for that situation.
You know I'm getting that, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, Ahmad. Y'all have like
Hey, what type of mic you on, man? Why is it like echoing when you talk?
Okay, I thought it was just
I
me.
don't have stuff in my house, bro. That's why.
That don't have nothing to do with your phone, Mike.
Yes, it does, bro. Because the living room and everything is hollow. The house is hollowed out, bro.
All right, it stopped though.
This guy
It might be. It's your thing with says, man. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So one more thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and carry on.
No, go
So
ahead.
what I said on my live, when we play basketball, we pick a pickup game. There's always the chance of one white guy coming through. He got the sauce. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like when we have a pickup game, be like, man, we looking at him like, man, he ain't got no game. He ain't got no game. Then he play, be like, wait a minute, this boy got the sauce. Y'all, Hampton had one, Jonathan Baker. He had the sauce.
All the bakers had sauce.
Yeah, Gann and all of them had the sauce.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
What does sauce mean?
he can play. They can play, man.
Oh, it's just that. So
Yeah, you looking
if a
at
white
them,
dude
they
could play,
can
they get on the court,
they be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Let's clear this up. So if a white man can play basketball, he got sauce.
Yeah.
They invented the sport.
Don't matter. He got
I know what because you're not gonna tap dance around this right now. You know what sauce mean.
Yes, the style, the drip.
What does sauce mean? You're speaking in code.
Oh my God, people know.
No, we don't know. We don't know.
I don't know.
Man,
Let the people know.
You can play with the bruhs.
So does that mean that
You're
the
a
white
good
person
player.
is acting
Black?
what? That's what you.
No.
That's what sauce mean, right?
No. Sauce don't mean acting black. No, sauce don't have no.
Okay, well, what does it mean? We
What does
telling
it
you to
mean?
give us the definition.
What up, Jay
style,
Swiss?
the style,
Shout out
bro.
to Jay Swiss and YouTube.
The
Hey, man, I
style.
put the
man.
link in the
You can
group
play,
chat,
you can
Jay,
play
if
in
you
the
wanna
streets. You can play.
come
You
on
can play.
screen.
You can go to the cookout. You can play on the east side of
Go
town.
to the whoa.
So
Go
what does
to
that
the
mean?
cookout.
Who invited
What does
to a
that mean?
cookout?
You can go with the bruds.
What does that mean?
Man, if you
Just because you can play basketball.
Man, you trying to be funny, Ahmad.
I'm not trying to be funny,
Okay,
bro.
all right.
We
You
can't.
can
We
go-
ain't
that's
tap
right.
dancing
You-
around
like-
with cold talk.
My
Go
bad,
to
my
the
bad.
cookout. And we all know as black people what go to the cookout mean. Cut the bullshit, Kev.
Okay,
What
just
you
like
want
white
to say
man can't
is
jump.
when a white boy had a sauce, he's playing like
He
a
got the
nigga.
sauce.
Cut it
He
out.
can play. And what do we say? The dude in our neighborhood was Archie Deans. He had
So
the
he
sauce,
Billy
so he
Hoyle
went-
right now.
Say again.
So you talking about Billy Hoyle?
Who is that?
You said white man can't
Oh
jump.
my
That's
God.
his
Oh
damn name.
yeah. Okay. Was that his
Billy
name?
Hoyle.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you. So have you ever compared a black dude and said, "Hey, he played like a white guy"?
Yes.
Who? What, so, and what did he do to make you say, "Hey, he plays like a white guy"? That black guy plays like a
First
white
of
guy.
all, he came with them John Stockton shorts to the hood.
Hey Zara, so
Okay.
Jay Swiss, hold on, Zara, they got a question for you. Jay Swiss said if he play you and drop you like a bad habit and go 11-0, beat you 11-0, is he invited to the cookout?
No.
Zara don't have cookouts.
No. Shut up, man.
He had fish fries.
Nah,
though.
it's like-
he definitely had fish
Bro,
fries.
I'm not the best. You see me play ball. I'm not the best, but I hold
Yeah,
on. I'll
thank
take
you,
your eyes out.
man. You know what?
Yeah, he definitely do have fresh fries because he definitely live off the land.
Thank you for saying you ain't the best, because
I ain't the best.
you ain't that good either. You all right.
Whatever. You seen me play. You seen the drip and
You
the crossover,
you
man.
struggle. You struggle in a one-on-one game
Man,
or
they
one-on-0
call me a
game.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, your PowerPoint presentation of how not to
PowerPoint.
shoot and play
How
basketball.
you say Tragic Johnson?
Tragic Johnson.
Hey, before
Hey.
we go any further, does anybody up here have a problem with the trash talk during the game?
No,
No, I don't.
I love
Steph?
it.
At least,
Stephon, you got issue with trash talk during the game?
Hell no.
Okay, let's continue.
Let's continue.
I think the referees did a good job not taking them. You know what I'm saying? It's like the referees let them play. So I'm not problem with
they
that.
let them play because the referees took over the game in the first half.
Yeah, people said the refs were bad that game. as far
Yeah,
as
they sucked both
fouls and
ways.
stuff.
Hey Hawk, I like what you said about playing spades. If you don't like trash talking, you should not play spades.
Yo,
Exactly.
if you, hey, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's listening on any platform right now, if you don't like trash talk, you don't play spades then.
Nah,
Because as soon
man.
as somebody got a good hand, and they start doing that, give me that, run it, come on with it. What you got? I know what you got. I'm cutting that. Go ahead, put it down. No, let somebody run no Boston. What?
What? It's over.
Give
But
me that.
Ahmad,
Yes.
you wouldn't say that it was an undertone to the game though. When
What
Iowa beat
is the undertone?
Oh,
It's
oh
a
no!
no,
Thank
it's a
you, Mike.
racial-
I want him. To, just,
What is the
thank you,
undertone?
Zar.
Mike.
Thank you for pivoting to this right here. This is what I
we
want.
gonna
Let's
get
go.
down to it. We gonna get
Yeah,
down
we
to
gonna
it.
because you've been pussyfooting around. Let's get to
Hey,
it.
hey, pause, bro. Pause.
Come on.
So you wouldn't say there's a racial undertone to the game when Iowa beat South Carolina.
hmm
You wouldn't. People, it changed it to a black and white thing, bro.
Who changed it?
So who? Thank you, Mike.
Who changed it?
Both races, black people and white people, changed it to a
Why?
racial.
Why are you
No,
so?
no.
Why are you so
I see
afraid to just put the blame on one side? Why are you being inclusive
No, I'm
with
not,
this?
bro. Because
This is exactly what I told
us-
him. You need
us
to go
as a
read.
conglomerate of people, bro. I seen it on both sides. I'm
Shit
not
out
gonna
of.
just say. Go ahead, my bad. Say, go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, I told you. You need to go read the comments on all the posts, the post game, the actual thing. The white people are mad, bro, and all we are doing is just trolling the shit out of them.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. So how do you not, bro? How do you not see the double standard? That's what I was trying to.
Bro, I haven't looked at Twitter, man. I haven't looked at Twitter. I've just been looking at the highlights and stuff and some comments on Facebook. It's cool, but like I said, but this is not new. This is not new.
You said comments on Facebook, right? The
Yeah.
profile pictures that are available. When the folks that are outraged and call this young lady classless, what was the profile picture? What did the show?
Like I said, bro, I haven't seen none
No,
of
that nigga need glasses.
Man,
He need
stop
glasses.
clapping
He
your
trying
damn
to.
hands, bro, like we at a goddamn like a party, man. Calm down, Mike. Goddamn.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we gonna really have this conversation, we're gonna have this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at, when you talked about Don Staley in South Carolina versus Iowa, when C Squared lit them up, they won.
Who is C Square?
Caitlyn.
You know that man's slow, man.
Bro, I haven't heard that.
So when people like, I give people nicknames and stuff. I don't always call people by their name. Just who I call them. So I call her C Squared. You know, CC. That's her initials, C Squared.
Yeah.
So when she lit South Carolina up, in the South Carolina's win streak, in the South Carolina's bid to go back-to-back champs, everybody was disappointed in that. Now, not saying you lying about the white versus black thing, all right? That was more of the Cinderella type thing because South Carolina was a juggernaut. But you have folks out there that were happy that the white team beat the black team. I'm not going to be naive and say that doesn't exist. That exists. But the thing that got us here on this show today with the title to what it is that when the black queen, who's been talking trash and telling people they little all year, went up to C Squared, the darling, the Cinderella of the tournament, and got her with her own medicine. Now, did she do it the same as C Squared? I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care if she did it the same. Like, just because you come at me a certain way, don't mean I gotta return the same energy as you did. I could take it a step up. I can respond the way I want to respond. But
one thing.
You can't tell me that C Squared is a victim after she called the girl from Louisville, and excuse my language, I don't like saying this word. She said, "Bitch, y'all down by 15 points."
Exactly.
To her face.
Exactly.
She told the girl from Louisville, "Bitch, you down by 15 points. Shut your mouth." And everybody like, "Yeah, talk that talk. Yeah, scoreboard."
Exactly.
So now that your opponent, who has been observing you with this front-running behavior, take it upon herself to say in your face how you like it and ring me. What's the issue? Why is she classless now? But you allow this girl to call the girl from Louisville a bitch, and that ain't classless? To me, that's just competition. Within them lines, it's a switch. That's why I always when they mic up players, they don't use all the audio because they'll be disappointed by their standards. If you think somebody's a human being, I'm not gonna judge you what you do when your switch is on and you playing the game. Point blank, period. And we gotta stop doing this as a society and want somebody to act a certain way when they're performing in a sport and then reach their ultimate goal. God dang it, celebrate any goddamn way you want to during that game. It's a game, bruh. Go ahead, Rob. What up, Rob?
I'm just jumping in real quick because I'm with my family on vacation and everything. I don't want to take away from them, but I had to on this. Man, regular people are the ones who are upset. They don't know what the fuck it takes to be an athlete, to be a warrior, and here we go with the group that cries for equality more than anybody, which is women. Here go a woman that nobody had an issue with doing this to anybody else, and when someone does it to her, we want to cry and be a woman. We want to be, you got to have class and all that. When Tyreek was flipping in end zones and doing peace signs when he ran by people, and they did it back to him in the Super Bowl, no one took up for Tyreek and said, "Oh, have better class." I'm like, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's
That's a
reason why
fact.
people tell you if you gonna talk, you putting yourself up on this big old hill that everybody want to knock you down off of. And some people got to do that. I was one of them guys. I was one of them guys that had to. I love to talk trash because it made me step my game up. Because the majority of the people that you face, you might be better than them. And guess what? The moment I didn't have a good game, even my own teammates talked about. Now I remember I played bad. I ain't played bad, but I ain't played that good against Kansas City. And Hawk, y'all let me have it on the bus. Y'all was talking about what happened to them broke ribs? Because I had been talking shit for so long. The moment that I didn't play up the part, I had to hear it. That's with anybody. So she doing this, and don't get me wrong, that young woman is the female version of Steph Curry. Yeah, Ali, she is shooting that thing. Like, but she been touching people the whole time. I have children right now. I would let them know, yeah, you talking trash make the game a lot funner to me. But the moment you don't show up, the moment you lose, people will tease you about it. Now, she still showed that she was the best player on the court.
She still balled out. That's why I don't understand it, bro. Like, she balled out. Shorty taunted her. She took it like a G. She ain't get, like, ladies and gentlemen, she ain't getting her feelings. Y'all did.
Facts. When the last time you seen a
Mark.
When the last time
And you know why I'm not mad?
18,
She didn't. No. She didn't taunt her. She trolled the shit out of her.
Yeah.
She trolled the shit out of her, and a troll got to respect another troll.
I agree. So we're going to make sure this on record. C Squared did not get in her feelings. C Squared did not play victim. C Squared did say, oh, you shouldn't do that to me. She understood the rules of engagement. Once
And
you
that
open
showed-
that Pandora, go ahead, bro.
I said that showed me that she's a troll as well.
Hey, Hawk, did you give her that nickname or they been calling her that?
I call it, I mean,
Oh my
I call
God,
it
you
that.
better patent it. That's hard. Cause she deserves, she deserves a nickname. I'll never forget when I first got to college. My name been Rock since I was 6 years old. I'm Andre Waters. They call him Dirty Waters. Played for the Eagles.
Dirty Waters.
Yeah, he used to make
I'm
me
gonna start
mad.
calling stuff that.
But he told the whole team, everybody, y'all better not call him Rock. He's a freshman. He ain't earned a nickname. His name is Ronald. I was pissed as fuck.
Ronald.
So that girl that earned a nickname, bro. Like she that deal. She for real. So like you said, she didn't take offense to her. Everybody else did. She gave LSU their credit. She bigged them up. They won. They were the better team. But overall, we shouldn't even be talking about this. Like, I know we should be talking about. I'm saying this shouldn't even be the issue. Like, bruh, they've been crying about getting more money and equality and all that. That was the best display of women's athletics I've seen in I don't know how long, bruh. Like, I saw at least 10 girls who I would pay to go see play. Like, for real, like, I really enjoy. Like, the way they were shooting, man, that girl was pulling up from 28 feet.
How about the young lady from LSU, the mid-range game, was number 45?
Yeah, that's
I was impressed by her.
She been cold.
Hold on, let me make sure I say that. See, I give people nicknames, but I need to say their governments because I want to give them their flowers. Because they'll get. I could call men their nicknames, but I know if I don't give a female their full credit, they're gonna try to, lump my eye or something. So I'm gonna make sure I say their full
Hey,
name.
Kev gonna get mad if you don't give C Squared her credit.
Hey, look,
and this
Miss Clark.
and this the last
awesome.
thing. I like LSU because of Flage. Me and my wife and kids been watching her on the rap game and everything. So like,
Oh yeah, she signed to Rock Nation, right?
yeah, like follow her since she was a kid with rapping and all that. To see that, man, I'm talking about she shooting that thing like a dude would. Then like they head coach, stop y'all.
Come from
They
Baylor.
They head coach, the way she allowed she don't try to change them young black women for being who
Alexis
they are.
Morris. Alexis
Yeah,
Morris, number 45 for LSU. That mid-range game she had, outstanding, bro.
Matter of fact, between her and C Squared, what you call it now, I think they would have been the two, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was a draft this year, they would 45 in the beginning of the year probably would have been the first pick.
And she got kicked off the team at Baylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Squared.
No,
She probably
Alexis
gonna be-
Morris.
she
Her
probably-
story. They was telling her story yesterday.
He went from Baylor to Rutgers to Baylor, Rutgers, Texas Tech or TCU, and then she came
Yeah.
to she done left like 3 or 4 teams.
Yeah.
Well,
So, yeah,
I'm
my
gonna
man,
holler,
shout
I'm
out
gonna
to
holler at y'all,
Jameis,
fellas.
man.
I'm gonna get to this beach, man.
All right, bro. Shout out to Jameis. Yeah, her story is phenomenal. When they was talking about it yesterday, bro, how she got kicked off her freshman year at Baylor, I believe. Then she, like you said, she transferred multiple times. And then when coach took the job at LSU, how they reconnected. This is the same coach that kicked you off. And y'all reconnected and you bowling like that. And if I'm not mistaken, she got another year eligibility left.
Yeah.
And C squared, Miss Caitlin can't go to the WNBA draft because she's only a sophomore. You have to be 3 years removed to go to be eligible for the draft in the WNBA. What's wrong with your mic? Why is it?
He went from screeches and now you can't hear.
And yeah, because you've been humbled. That's why.
Is that better?
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
I had to lift it up. So when I like what I heard the young lady tell her story and the coach told the stories too, because we know a young man like that. Marseille Brown, he went through the similar thing where he was at Richmond and he was effing up. Coach booted him off the team. And he reappeared at Hampton. And, Hampton went on that run. They beat who did they beat? They upset somebody in the tourney, but fell to Georgetown the next game. But I mean, that's a good story, man. But back to the main thing. I just think we both as people made it.
Stop saying we, man.
Yeah, you gotta.
Okay.
Don't speak for me.
Wait.
I have my own
I'm
opinion.
gonna say this, y'all.
No.
Say you. Talk about yourself. You still trying to speak for other people.
You people have made this into a race war. How about that?
You made it. We never mentioned race. You brought it up.
Y'all.
You brought it up.
Who's
You
y'all?
Hey, man.
Go ahead, Mike. I said it, y'all.
Shout out to Czar for finding a new angle to troll.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, bro. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. I ain't falling for it.
Hey, I'm just like Marcellus Wiley said. I'm not a hater. I'm just the first one to do it, man.
Where do you put your phone under? What you put your phone under? Because something is like at the top of your screen.
I got a drill. It's my drill.
Hey man, that status is all jacked up, bro.
Damn, just break down to
Bro, my
get you
house
a
is in
ring.
disarray, bro. I got so much stuff in my studio, bro. But hey, Ahmad, I did get my green screen. My blue and green screen finally came.
Oh, you got it?
So we gonna talk behind closed doors. I'm gonna get my joint like yours, bro, for real.
I got a question for you, Kevin. So you the youngest out of your the boys in your family, right?
You mean the men? Yes. No, I got a stepbrother.
Okay, so but you're not. I thought you were the youngest.
Biologically, yes, but I have a stepbrother that's a year younger than me.
Okay. All right. So when your older brother used to beat you up all the time, right?
Facts.
Remember you used to hit him, right? And then you would just hit him just
I
like
watched
this.
it.
And then your mom, he would come back and punch you like he was trying to knock you unconscious. What did your mom used to tell you? What did your
He
mom
wasn't
used to tell you?
trying. He did.
Yeah. What did your mom say?
I didn't experience that, man. I didn't experience that.
You a
It's-
lie.
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna tell
Okay, well, anyway, forget it. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt to tell the truth. All right, well, Ma, y'all know what I'm talking about. So you had that younger kid, the younger sibling. He would hit the older sibling. The older sibling would try to knock him unconscious. And the first thing the parents used to say, why you hit him so hard? He didn't hit you hard like that, right? So I bring that analogy up. When Caitlin was trolling that white girl, when she first did this, everyone tried to justify what she did. They said, hey, she was doing it at her bench. She was not doing it at her bench. Her and the girl were crossing paths going to their bench, and she looked at her face, and she did this. So when everybody kept saying, well, Angel what do you call her? She's what did Keith Olbermann called her? I forgot what he called her. Idiot. He called her idiot. He called her an idiot. I said, how is she an idiot, man? Because everyone was saying, well, she was trailing her around the court doing that. I said, look, man, when you do stuff to people, you don't get to determine the level someone does it back to you. You get what I'm saying? Because I was only on level 2. Why did you
Exactly
go to
my
level
point.
7? Why'd you go to level 7? Because I stayed in trouble like that. I used to tell people all the time, there is no ceiling for me. I'm gonna take it as far as I can go.
I can
I'm
Hey,
gonna
respect
give you
that.
Kev,
perfect.
I
I'm gonna give
respect
you
that.
perfect
Kev,
example, Kevin. One more example. I'm gonna be quiet. Um, my senior
He
year,
said, God damn.
we played a high school in the other neighborhood. A kid from their quarterback actually played with us for 2 years at my high school before he got kicked out. We know him. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. During the game, I don't start trash talking. I tell people I will gladly participate once it starts toward me. During the game, this dude scored the first touchdown of the game. This dude ran by and got in my face, called me a B and everything else. And before I knew it, I had cocked my arm back and I was about to swing, and the ref came and got in between us. Dude, for the rest of this game, I talked about this dude, mama, grandmama, granddaddy, sister, uh, dog, cat. I'm talking about, dude. I was on, like, as you say, level. I was on 100. My coach was a white guy. He saw it. He kept telling him to pull me out the game and calm me down. The black coach told him, nah, let him play. He's like, because he on another level right now. Let him play. Dude, it got so bad. Don't you know this school tried to jump me after the game? Keep in mind, this is my homeboy. This is my homeboy who lives down the street. This is my homeboy who lives down the street in our neighbor. They wanted to jump me after the game. But afterwards, as we got older, we talked about it. I told him, I said, dude, if you hadn't never opened your mouth to me, I would have never said what I said to you. But as he said, but Mike, you talked about my mama and my daddy, and you know them. I said, dude, when we in this rectangular shaped field right here, I don't care about your mama and your daddy. It's you out here.
You said rectangle?
Dang. Okay, what do you think it is? You thought it was a square?
I mean, all year I was critiqued about who I was. Nobody, I don't, the narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood.
Oh,
I'm
God
too
dang it.
ghetto.
There we
Y'all
go.
told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me.
Hey, Ahmad,
Twitter.
question.
that shit eating that Kev soul.
No.
Look at it.
I'm gonna say this. She wait a minute, Mike. She was spot on, but see, she gave too much leeway.
Hey man, put your
Trolls
Puerto Rico jersey
people
on.
come at her again.
She gave what?
So?
Too much leeway to
There's
what?
too much leeway in that interview, man. When
So?
she said yes.
Wait,
She back
hold on. Let's put a clear definition on his way of saying leeway.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Talk too much.
Her actions talk. Her actions talk.
Like, no, bro. Like, okay, when you do an interview, it's cool. Do it how you want to do it. But if they're already labeling you
I'm gonna be
as
quiet.
a thug or whatever, just go ahead and say what you got to say. You take the emotion out of it.
Take the emotion out of it.
Yeah, take.
So-
Wait, I'm not saying take all the emotion out. But she basically,
You know that's impossible, Kev.
The undertone of that. Go ahead, bro.
You know that's impossible, right? After what just happened, you know that's impossible. So why would you even say that?
That's hard to do, bro. But when you go in and say they label me as a thug and I don't fit the bill, I don't fit your narrative, and then you say this is for the people, this is unapologetically, and we all know what the unapologetically goes to unapologetically black. Well, you already stepped into that.
Why does that make you?
You already stepped into that realm. You just stepped into the realm. You made it different.
But Kevin, you
Who
told
is that?
her. I mean Czar.
Thank God. Hey.
So here's the thing that's amazing in what you just said, that you kind of showed that you couldn't even do it. You told her to take the emotions out of it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But when she said the word unapologetic, your emotions came to surface.
Yep.
No, they didn't. No, I'm just saying
Yes, he did.
for her own protection.
We
But,
don't.
the,
You don't
but
need no-
the unapologetic triggers you.
No, it doesn't. No, it
You
doesn't.
just,
It did.
sir, respectfully. That's why I said laughing. When you said unapologetically, your emotions like. Cause you know,
who's
you
this
hate
new
when
guy?
the
This is Mike
African,
Tyson, little brother of his?
you hate when the African American is not afraid
Yeah.
to not toe the line.
How
And
you
what-
put this on me, man?
I ain't putting nothing on you. Your emotions is doing this to you.
I'll give you another example. Deion Sanders. Besides his play, what made Deion Sanders what he is today? What gave him his reputation?
He was a
He'll
trash
get in your
talker.
fucking
And
head.
he backed it up. And he backed it up.
He'll get in your fucking head.
Hey, what's the
And
one
he
you?
backed it up.
So here's what's so funny about this whole situation with that young queen saying "ring me," and shout out to Tony Yayo because Tony Yayo started this, not John Z.
Yeah.
So when I got into my exchange yesterday on Facebook, and it was mostly like Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute,
Women.
you got to some exchanges?
I
Mostly
knew it was coming.
It was mostly Caucasian. It was mostly Caucasian women that was like telling us, you know, how to act when competing and why we should be grateful
Feminism.
because they be donating money and like I mean, lady went way boy on me. Like she boyed me. Like we donate scholarships. You was a scholarship player. Like basically we made you type stuff. I mean, let me have it. And I looked at her like, damn, ma'am. Like, tell me how you really feel with your name and stuff by your profile picture. Why you saying some real disgusting things. But those same human beings love to revere an athlete and call him the greatest. But when he was in his prime, they hated him with all their damn heart. But it's amazing, once that man stepped away from his sport, how they love for him to do appearances and say he's the greatest and he's this human being, that human being. But when he was in his prime, they hated his trash talking ass to death. I'm so pretty. I shook up the world. They hated his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But now they revere him. I ain't forget. And that's what pissed people off about me. I don't forget. And you know what? That black queen did not forget when Caitlyn did it to everybody else. I ain't forget. That's what she was saying. Oh, you thought you got away with it, but you ain't get away with it. What when we playing checkers, Czar, and I get to the edge of the board, what do I say for you to put another checker on top of the one checker that just scored? What's the saying?
King.
King me.
King me. Like
King
Rudy
me.
Hustle. King me.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she told Shorty. King me.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I just got a problem with the people, man.
Who?
You know, just us and them.
Why you keep saying us?
You're not one of us. You're not one of us, Kev.
Yeah, you people. I have a problem with
Bruh,
you people.
look,
you
you gotta
and their
realize
people.
this. Here's what we not gonna do today. We ain't gonna lie on these apps that we streaming on. Okay.
No, we're not.
Here's the thing. As much as people want to be unified and people got that fake saying there's only one race, human race, that's a lie.
Yeah,
It ain't one race. It ain't one race. We can never progress if we keep lying to ourselves. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
In order to move on, you gotta clear up your transgressions. You just can't move forward. If me and you have a disagreement, what's the first thing we gotta do before we move forward? We gotta acknowledge our wrongs, right? And live with it.
Yes, exactly.
You can't get mad at your old lady keep throwing in your face what you did 2 years ago. You did it. Until you had that talk, you ain't really moving forward. You glossing over it. It's been a lot of glossing.
Exactly. There's been a lot
You should wear
on
some
both
lip gloss.
sides.
He said you should wear some lip gloss.
Would you say? Really, bro?
No, but go ahead. Hey, well, let me go back to that South Carolina game. Do you know a lot of, like Ahmad, he hit on earlier, a lot of people were mad. Well, not mad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people wanted South Carolina to lose Just because I'm not sure. See, you probably don't follow women's basketball the whole season. You probably just picked up on it right when the NCAA tournament started. But all
Pause,
season
man. Wait a
long,
minute. How you gonna tell what I did?
because I
Go
know
ahead,
you.
man.
But so here's what he was doing, because you're getting emotional. Don't get emotional. Take the emotion out. He was actually giving you grace by saying, if you don't know, I understand. Not he won't saying because I know you don't watch it. He was like, if you don't watch it.
That's the
Continue,
energy I
Mike.
took from him. Go
Continue,
ahead,
Mike.
bro.
Okay, so all season long, the style of play that South Carolina women played, well, you got to realize Dawn Staley came up in the late 80s, early 90s. So
UVA.
she
Go,
played.
Who's go.
She has her team playing that late 80s, early 90s type of Big East basketball. You know, like where you have a bunch of big people. You pounding the boards, you pounding everything in the paint. You're not shooting a lot of threes. Everything is from the free throw line in.
Yep.
So all season long, that her team, they were being called bullies.
Mm-hmm.
They were being called, as you call, so-called thugs because of the emotion that they play with. That's why Dawn Staley made that statement when they lost, because she said, "Hey, that's also why everybody was against South Carolina and wanted Iowa to beat them." When I say everybody, you know who everybody is, because if you'd have went on Twitter, it was being celebrated like they had won the national championship and they didn't have another game to play. But those same people who were talking all that noise about South Carolina and their players, they were playing victim on Twitter on my timeline the whole night because Iowa lost.
I gotta see that, man.
What you mean you didn't see that?
No, I stayed off of Twitter yesterday. Like I was.
Yes, it is people mad, and the only
I gotta
thing,
see it. I gotta see it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I gotta see. I want to see it.
dude. And the main thing is they were calling them names. Oh, she's an idiot. She's a thug. You know, just all types of stuff. I had a white dude one time tell me, he called me a thug when I was in college. Cause you know how, I'm a young black kid. You know how I dress. He called me a thug. I told him, I said, "Hey man," I said, "don't call me a thug." I said, "Call me the N word. Call me what you really want to say. Because I'm not gonna get mad at you calling me a thug. I want you to call me what you really want to say. Don't give me no adjectives. Call me what you really want to call me. Don't call me no thug, no bully, no. I'm not any one of those. Call me what you really want to say, but you don't want to say because you worried about what I may do too."
So what you're saying is they really wanted to call the South Carolina team.
Yes.
You bunch of ends.
Yes.
How dare you? I mean,
yes, they did.
hey,
Dude,
bro. I get it,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Is
this.
that hard to believe, Zar?
No, it's not. We got pockets of people like that.
Okay, but wait.
The
But
ends, how dare y'all? I get it, bro. I get it. Go ahead.
let me ask you this. If you on the basketball court, let's say you out there playing like Rick Mahorn, and someone said, "Man, that doggone Kevin is a thug." Just from watching you play basketball, he came up with that picture of you that he already knew that you were a thug because of what you did on the basketball court?
I never knew. I mean, bro, I take that as a badge.
Of being a thug?
No, like in sports, like I know what I am. That wouldn't trigger me. That wouldn't.
Okay, we're talking about women. We're talking about women.
Still, this is the mentality. See,
You've been a woman before? I'm asking.
Bro, he talking to you, man.
I'm
what
asking.
the hell you think, man? Come on, man.
Because how can you speak for a
No, I
woman?
have not been a woman before.
But how can you speak for a woman?
Say again.
Like, for instance, you know how hard I am. You know how hard I
My
am.
Linda Ellaby voice. You heard him.
Yeah, you know how hard I am as a person. Like it's not much that if someone gets me mad, then it's really that important. My daughter is just like me, but she's the total opposite. She's a female. So things that I can take and it can just bounce off of me and it's no big deal, she can't do that, man. My daughter breaks down and she turns into a UFC fighter. I mean, a couple of girls had to learn the hard way on campus last year that, hey, putting your hands on her is not the good thing to do.
Oh, I get that. I get it, bro. Don't put your hands on nobody. But words, man, I'm just saying, I mean, everyone's built different. I guess I'm disconnected from the emotion. I just play ball, and and I'm a basically do you in. You know how I am. You know, but I get it, bro. I get it. Just like, see, the other guy that we talking to, Mr. Ahmad Hawkins. They when we played in high school, they tried to emotionally get me before the game. See, Ahmad don't know this, and I had to bottle my anger and do them in. Just like you said, you was on level 7. I think when I played the Crabbers, I was on level 20. They was on level 2. He was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? I was really mad because the paper they didn't feature me like they featured the other guys. Like, you know, Hampton had 20 guys. Look out for this player. I'm looking like, how dare they not put me in the scouting report on the paper? Like, who to watch? Keep playing.
You weren't a threat, man. You weren't
They
a
didn't
threat.
know that until they didn't know that.
Kev,
until they
I want you to listen to
blew the
something,
whistle.
Kev. I want you to listen to something. This is like one of the best sound bites in boxing history. This is Adrian Broner talking to Leonard Ellaby. And sometimes I just want to say this to you when you
Go
be
ahead, man.
straddling the fence. Just listen.
We can't hear it, bro. We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nah.
You can see
Put it to the mic.
Real low.
Oh, crap.
Put it to the mic.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Put it to the mic. Listen to this.
I'm a real one. And this isn't about me. You guys gotta fight. Yeah, all right. Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Shut that soft ass shit up. You ain't with me. How about this?
That's how you want to tell you something. Shut that soft ass
Hey,
shit up.
man, bro, look. It is what it is. But no, I get what you're saying, Mike. I'm just built different, bro. Just like, you know, people say something to me. Just like when I don't know if I told y'all this. As kids, it's a place called Langley Air Force Base. We used to go there and play basketball at night, ride our bikes on the base.
Yeah, I'm going to go out there, Jay Swiss. I'm glad you reminded me. I'm going to be out there, foe. I'm glad you reminded me.
And truck rolled by, cut the lights off, and yelled the N-word 3 times as they drove off into the night. That didn't affect me. I thought it was kind of comical, you know what I'm saying? But that didn't affect me, bro. Like I said, I'm just wired different where the emotion is disconnected. That's just me, bro. So
Okay,
I get it.
I get that part also. But like I said, I don't want to be lied on. Don't call me no thug. Don't call me no bully.
What is a thug though? What is a thug?
No, you tell me.
What is like? When people, so what's the origin of the word thug, and what does a thug look like? Because last time I checked, when folks were called thugs, were first being called thugs, they wore suits, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. They were enforcers. They got it in.
So
you really can't picture what a thug is. Well, now they have a physical description, but back when it first started.
Wait. What's the physical description? What's the physical description?
Say again?
What's the physical description?
Now the physical description of thug is just like someone dressed down, hoodie, you know.
How you act calls it. So
I said the physical description.
So physical descriptions.
Physical description is different than.
So So a thug dresses like what now? What do they wear? What's your description of a thug? The physical description. Like if you were saying he dressed like a thug, what does he have on?
I can't say that because I don't judge a book by its cover.
Because you don't say somebody. So you don't say somebody dressed like a thug.
No. I don't call anybody a thug. When I see somebody, I be like, let me walk across the street. That's what I do. I don't look. If you're a thug or not, I'm not taking a chance. You might hit me in the head with a bottle or something. I'm just gonna cross the street, bro. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling nobody a thug. I just crossed the damn street.
What made you cross the street?
The body language, the mean smirk on his face, the way he.
You wait. You wait till you got face to face, and then you said, "Let me go across the street."
Let me tell you something real quick, bro. I got peripheral vision. Like
I'm real. This isn't about me. You guys shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
Say
Like,
what you
not
really
doing
want to say, man. Stop talking in code. Say what you
no,
really
bro.
want to
Like
say.
if I see a certain person or a certain look, I don't go that way, man. I'm
All
not.
right,
What's the
so
certain-
we got
how
some
does the
inside
certain person
information.
look then?
We got some inside information. My man Chuck said, this for the people that ain't looking at the live stream and listening on Believe Network. My cousin worked the game. She said Caitlyn and Angel both was talking mad shit the whole game. It's a reason why Caitlyn didn't get in her feelings, man, when Angel was doing it to her. Like that's why the emotional armchair how to be classy while playing sports professors that was on all social medias telling people why Angel was classless and an idiot didn't pay attention. Because if she was truly being an idiot, Caitlyn would have felt some type of way and responded like, get the hell out my face. But it's a reason why she just took it. It's no different than like Draymond Green, right? Draymond Green does not play victim when somebody talk trash to him or try to cheap shot him. He don't like he'll point because he want them to get attacked, but he knows it comes with the sport. He'll say, "Oh, it's a part of the game."
Yeah.
He knows he's an irritant. Now I'm gonna try to act and
That's
get
a
the
good
upper
word,
hand.
irritant.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to act and get the upper hand. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
don't
Like, I
help that
didn't do
man
nothing.
out. His
I'm gonna
vocabulary
use that
didn't even
word.
contain
You're
that
like
word.
that
I
irritant.
like that, bro. I like that.
So that's why I was
Don't
like,
help him out, man.
like yesterday, man, and people hate, like, so people really dislike, like when an athlete uses, they feel like the ace in the hole card when they say you can, like when somebody says, I can tell you didn't compete. It's a true disconnect at the lenses that people have when they watch sport. Like when somebody's been a part of the grind and been a part of a high level competition, their lens is going to be different than somebody who is just a casual, right?
Yeah.
So nobody's trying to big boy the individual when they say, yo, I can tell you ain't been there. It's just they are saying, in other words, that's the disconnect. Now I understand the disconnect. You know what I'm saying? So when people was coming calling her an idiot, like Danny Cannell and Robert Griffin III was going back and forth. Shout out to both of them on Twitter. And Robert Griffin III went to Danny Cannell, was like, bro, Caitlyn did it, you know, a couple games like that. And he was like, totally different. He was going off of, because Angel was following her.
Yes.
Everybody stuck on how much she did it versus the fact that they both did it. It don't matter how far somebody, like, they never, like, she never touched her.
Pause on that, Hawk. There's certain ways that taunting has no rules. I'm not trying to.
I'm glad you said that.
Taunting has no rules, but like this generation, and I'm gonna hold this generation accountable. And coming up, they don't know how to taunt. Like,
ho. Here's where I gotta stop you.
All right.
You know who? Excuse my language, because I gotta be emphatic, so people gonna hate. Because I'm a cuss.
I don't want to be an irritant.
Because when I cuss, I'm trying to get your attention. The generational shit is fucked up because majority of the times when you go in this current generation, it's our generation that's fucking soft.
No.
I'm telling you, as much as we say this generation is soft, it's really our fucking generation that's soft because we act like they shouldn't act like this when it's like, hold on. Bill and Benny was punching people in the fucking face.
I didn't say we were soft. I didn't say that. I just said each generation is different.
You was about to. Now I made you change it up.
No. Okay, there's a high school, I think, Mikey Williams. He dunked on a dude, right? Dude tried to take the charge. He dunked on him.
Oh, he stepped on his arm?
He went 3-4 steps to stand over this guy.
Yeah, he stepped on him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, back in the day, you dunk on a guy. If you know you can't stand over him within 1-2 steps, don't even do it, bro.
Ho. I'm going to stop. See, I'm glad. Old head. I love when old heads, I'm included because I'm an old head, but I love it when we prisoners of the moment. Old head Kev. Listen to this. Was that worse than what Scottie Pippen did to Patrick Ewing?
Yeah.
In Chicago? when he pushed Patrick Ewing down and put his nuts all over his forehead?
First of all,
Remember, he pushed Pat, made him
Yeah.
fall, then stood over him. Sucker. That was worse than what
you're right,
Mikey
you're
did
right.
to the
That-
little white
that-
boy.
that was the most.
Our generation
disrespectful-
would never do nothing like that.
That was a disrespectful dunk by Scotty. I love it. I love it. But with Mikey Williams went past that.
What?
It's like,
Because
dude,
he stepped. You said that he stepped on his arm.
Check this out.
And stand over him.
I got one more for you. I got one more for you, old head. Shaquille O'Neal, when he dunked on the diabetic center from the New York Knicks, pushed his ass in the
Dudley?
front row. Yeah,
Dudley?
Chris Dudley, who died diabetes.
That was get back. Dudley deserved that. Dudley deserved that.
How can one person deserve it, but one person takes it too far? It doesn't make sense, man.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You
Yes, it
sound
does,
just
bro.
like those people on my
Because
Twitter timeline. You sound just like the people on my Twitter
No.
timeline. Oh, but wait,
Dudley-
she did it, but she only did it on level 1. You did it on level 7. It's the same thing.
It's the same.
No, that's
thing,
what I'm
bro.
saying. The young generation don't know how to taunt, bro.
What?
They don't.
They
They
Kev,
don't. They take it
Kev,
too far like that.
Kev,
When he dunked on the white dude,
and the boy took the
slid,
charge.
Dude slid underneath the basket. Mikey Williams went and stood over him. Now, if it's in the action, you
Was it in
dunking
slow
on
motion?
somebody,
Was it in
and he's
slow mo-
laying
it was in
there,
slow
you take a
motion,
step
right?
forward, it's cool.
You saw the video in slow motion. We all did, cause I ain't seen the regular version.
You talking about Mikey Williams?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's bad.
I think we've all seen only the slow motion.
No, I seen the fast clip.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
horrible, bro.
so let me ask you this. So you said he can't talk. Are you more upset that Mikey dunked and did what he did, or the lack of reaction of the guy who got stepped on and walked over?
No,
Which one
I'm
are you-
mad
which
at
one-
what he did, bro. Like that's a dangerous situation, bro. That's like, especially in high school. Now, when you with the pros, these are colleagues that you, regardless of how we look at the NBA, NFL, these professional teams, these guys, it's a network. These guys, we consider them enemies of each other. Them dudes chill off the field, chill off the ice. They chill. Just like Scotty and Pat right now, they laugh about the shit. 'Cause they was on the dream team, all of that. These are high school kids. These high school kids, 9 times out of 10, probably won't see each other ever again until college, or they run into each other on the AAU circuit. So for Mikey Williams to do that, that's a very dangerous situation that could have boiled over into something ugly, bro.
Like what?
And you running down the field. I know it's illegal
Man.
now. I know it's illegal
What?
now, but you're running down the field and someone blindsides you and knocks your feet up where your head used to be and your head where your feet used to be.
Part of
Let
the
me ask you
game.
this. Hold on. It's a part of the game. Okay, hold on. It's a part of the game. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead,
Don't
play
cue
it,
it up
Mark.
like
Go
this.
ahead.
Shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to shut that soft ass shit up. Now you ain't with me.
Look, man, Kev. I mean, Czar. My bad. I keep calling you.
Is this being
Czar.
recorded?
Yeah, so you listen.
Hey.
So when you get knocked unconscious and flipped upside down, what do you do when someone does that? What did you used to do?
Get your ass up, man.
So
Shake it
Czar-
off, go back.
Okay, so
Hey,
exactly.
I'm gonna get him back on the next play. I'm gonna get him. Before
Okay.
this game in, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna try my
Okay,
best to
so-
get him. But it's gonna be
all right, so
inside.
listen.
It's not gonna be dirty though.
So that same guy that you saying Mikey walked over, are you mad because Mikey walked over him, or because the dude had a lack of interest in retaliating?
I'm
That's a
mad
great
Mikey
question.
walked over him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when I
So-
was in JUCO, my boy Maurice Hicks that played for the 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
he made a play. I'm at outside linebacker. I'm tracking him for a 2-yard loss. The receiver make my cleats come off, bruh. I ain't never been depleted like that. I said, oh my God. I've been making plays all preseason. I'm looking like, man, God, somebody got me. And he was a small wide receiver. He got me, I think he left his feet, hit me right in the shoulder to the point where it's just nothing I can do. Depleted me. My defensive coaches looked at me. I got up, shook it off, went back to the huddle. But when I got in the locker room, yo, he got you. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
This is practice?
That's how everyone's not going to react like that.
This is
But
practice.
still, the young man that got dunked on,
Was this
young man
practice?
that got dunked on.
Hold on, Czar. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Was this you talking about practice?
Yeah, press practice.
That's your teammate, right?
Yeah, but see,
Hold on.
okay, go ahead.
It's going over his head.
Does Mikey
No, it's
know
not.
this? Mikey's playing against a guy in the game, right?
Yeah.
Because you made a comment how it's a network. You really think somebody think about a network when they're competing against you?
On a professional level, yeah.
Nah.
What?
Nah.
Yeah.
Didn't
On
you just
a
have to talk
professional
about
level, yeah.
Michael
We all
Jordan?
getting paid. We all getting paid, yeah, bro. Because Ahmad, there's certain things that you do to like your coworker. They know we all got jobs, we all got families, and this is starting to kind of gain momentum in today's game. You know, back when we was playing, you tackle a person, you tackle them how you tackle them, you yank them down. If they break their leg or dislocate something, it is what is part of the game.
Yeah.
But now guys are starting to care about each other. Like, yo, he got a family. I'm not going to tackle him like that. I'm gonna put him down, but I ain't gonna put him down to the point where he can't get paid. The consciousness is back there. I don't care what y'all say. The consciousness is back there on your coworker. Am I lying?
I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I couldn't
I really
couldn't
don't.
run and process that fast. That there was a friend or
okay,
not.
so wait a minute. So when we played, you played pro ball, right? Okay. So I know you was trying to tear everybody's head off, right? When you played. Okay. Was there a limit to the things that you would do and would not do?
That's what anybody.
No, I'm asking, did you have a limit?
Yeah. I got a line that I won't cross.
Okay, that's the line I'm talking about. It's within the lines of the game. It's legal, but you know, doing that may go over your threshold.
But everybody's lines are different.
So
Exactly.
So Czar, here's my thing. I'm not trying to permanently injure anybody, like knowingly. Like I'm not going to twist their ankle knowingly and try to injure their ankle. Nothing like that. But in the lines of playing, if I hit you to get the ball out and you get injured, if I don't know you hurt, I'm gonna celebrate. But if I look down and see you really in pain, I'll stop and try to console you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tone it down. Yeah.
But I'm gonna taunt your ass if I get the ball out. If I make a play, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to taunt. I'm having fun. I'm going to perform. Because I'm an entertainer. Like, here's the thing that folks lose sight of. As much as we tell somebody, act like you've been there, act like this, act like that, you're a showman. You pay for a show. And you gotta accept what comes with pain. Like when you go see a movie, you gotta accept the scenes that's in there. You may not like it, but they in the movie. And somebody likes scenes that you don't like.
I'm glad you said that. So I'm not trying to make this into the Czar rewind show, nothing like that. This is on YouTube. I never want to relive this moment again in my life.
Okay.
So we played in the same conference as high school. Phoebus, Anton Womack, they got the Power Eye.
We played in the district, not a conference.
Yeah. So we played them after we beat y'all
and lost.
And
y'all beat
I had a conversation a couple years ago with this guy that I injured, not purposely, but you know how they teach you to tackle, roll, bring down the ball carrier, stuff like that. I'm one of the biggest bodies on the field, and the guy's name was Courtney Common. I think he played guard. So Anton Womack goes to the hole. I get my hand on him, but he slips my grasp. I try to roll him, get him down. I end up rolling Courtney's leg. Now what happened next, I was unaware till I got up and went to my huddle. Courtney's on the ground screaming and agonizing pain. Mm-hmm. And I got my back to the huddle. You're like, man, good stop, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, F that. And I'm just thinking he's like just on the ground. I'm like, man, F him. So I look at him. Ankle dislocated. No, bro, it's on Channel 5, bro.
Nah, I'm laughing at the
bro.
comment that just came
Oh.
in.
Oh, okay, my bad. It was ugly, bro. So from that point right there, I didn't say I slowed my game down, but it kind of changed me. Like, I know these kids, these are not, we all kids,
Yeah,
and I'm one of the bigger ones out here, so I kind of slow it down. I don't want to hurt everybody.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that still stuck with me to this day. And like I said, me and this brother, we had a conversation. We joined each other on Facebook. I said, hey man, my bad.
He ain't got no hard feelings towards you, right?
Yeah, not exactly, bro. Because like I said, I've been trying to catch up with him forever.
And
He
you
a
know
coach
why?
now.
But you know
Huh?
why? You know why?
Why?
Because he understood it comes with the game. He understand you just competing.
Yeah, bro. But for that to happen when I saw him,
So
we haven't talked since.
yeah,
high
so
school.
it's a great thing that you feel remorse, right? Because as we stated, like we're not trying to purposely hurt somebody.
Yeah.
But if we competing, we understand what comes with competing. And that
Oh yeah.
that takes us back to the original topic of today's
I'm gonna bust
show.
your ass.
When
Pause.
that's why when folks were coming at Petty Hawk yesterday, because I was pointing out how it seemed like it was okay when C Square was doing the You Can't See Me, but when the young queen did it to her, everybody thought it was classless and she was an idiot and all this stuff, not realizing that the girl you're taking up for doesn't harbor those feelings that you do. So it's more about you than actually her. This ain't how. Look, in my opinion, just my opinion, a lot of the outrage has nothing to do with C Squared. Nothing.
I got round of applause. There you go, right there, bro.
All the folks that's coming at other people, it's about them and the feelings
pockets
they
of people.
harbor.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And you got some racists out here that don't realize their racist ways was in the forefront. It really was. People always say it ain't always about race, but when it is about race, you gotta accept it and shut the hell up about it. Ain't always about race. Don't gloss over. We not glossing. Ain't no lip gloss today. Okay, little mama, we ain't doing that. If y'all don't know, that was her song.
But that's the point I was trying to make, though, Hawk. I mean,
No, your delivery sucks.
I give it to you raw, unadulterated truth. We as a people.
No, ain't no damn we as a people. You can't
Yes,
say we as
bro.
a people when you
Yes,
talk about
the human
racist.
race is a we. We as a
If
conglomerate of
you talking
global-
about a racist group of people, you can't
Yes.
say we.
Yes, we.
I feel
When you
like you
cut us
can't say if you're talking about racist folks that showed their ugly head yesterday, you can't say we because you're including yourself with racist people. Are you racist?
No, I'm not racist.
You can't say we then. Don't do that.
I like all women. Okay. Black, white, Asian, Mexican.
And it's amazing because I was about to say this, and he in the
Blazing.
queue right now. It's
Blazing.
amazing that our people got the mitigated goal in my Stephen A. Smith voice to be pissed off about somebody being disrespectful and idiots and classless. Because this dude I'm about to bring up know all about our and what they do.
Look, I want to say this. This is my last
Nah,
thing.
don't say nothing.
Is that Robert T. Green?
The camera.
Yeah.
What's up, Robert T. Green?
Czar,
I
you
heard
already
you.
know.
I heard you talking about me the other day. Whatever that Czar guy's talking about. I heard what you
Yeah.
said, bro. I was in the
In
comments,
fact-
bro.
It's called fact checking. You know, I'm not gonna sit there. I know you like to entertain and you on your way to Hollywood, but we in some serious times right now, and a lot of changes have happened. And honestly, you haven't even seen me on camera. The truth be told, this is my first time even speaking on camera, like live, since the unfortunate passing of my client Devin Woolock in Georgia. I've been dealing with a lot of things, trying to figure out how I want to continue to stay in this space, if I do want to stay in this space. And then I also have some things on my chest that I didn't know if I necessarily want to speak to publicly at this point. But what's happened, recently again was played out yesterday in the championship game. As Ahmad, I think he was heading it up, talking about who knows what about what. This was exactly what happened when it came to Iowa, why they basically lost a historic American settlement that no one speaks about, simply because when you basically treat one group of people one way under the same situation, then treat another group a different way, and make every excuse under the sun why it is, even for the fact right now, people say, well, they didn't technically do it this way. She kind of did a little bit too far. First of all, most people saying that stuff never play sports a day in their life. Trash talk is trash talk. It is no specific science to it. Let me tell you specifically what I did one time, and that's in arena. So as Ahmad knows, in arena, when you warming up, you can't go past the 25-yard line. So they're getting on both sides. So basically, it was a guy, and I forget his name. That's because he probably wasn't that good, but I do remember the area. It was in Chicago, and he got under my skin a little bit, not necessarily because he was good, but he did a couple of cheap shots there. So in arena, and especially in the Deuce times, we began to get back-to-back games. And he did something the week before at our field, so I didn't forget. So we won, but the next week coming in, before the game, your family may be there, you give hugs and kisses and all the other stuff like that. And I happen, I wear a visor, so I'm kind of keeping and watching. I'm seeing what's what. I'm getting ready for the game, but I'm focused on this guy. And literally, I seen him give his baby mother or his wife and his daughter a kiss. And they was somewhat like right near the thing, the wall. And so I waited for him to do what he did. He was walking away. And I walked over there basically like I was about to say, hey, how you doing? And then he kind of looked back, and I got close, and I'm like, hi, what's up? A little bit waved at me. I said, she's cute. And she said, oh, thank you. And he was coming back. He could hear me clearly. I said, she kind of looked just like me. And he went ballistic. And basically, he ended up getting thrown out the game. And then he came after me, trying to get on the bus after the fact. So that's just one scenario of me. I'm a straightforward type of guy. But when I wanted to push a button, I knew exactly what to say. And when I said it, it caught her off guard. It made him furious. And at the end of the day, my mission was accomplished. But at the same time, that's not necessarily a scenario where I have no problem with Caitlin Clark, what she did. She's playing basketball. She's great. I have no problem with music. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, when people throw the term classes out there because they don't understand a certain group of people and try to justify their antics and say who haven't even been on that type of platform, at the end of the day, if Caitlin Clark and this person at least get on the floor and get lynched, you think Caitlin Clark is going to say, oh, she did the ring finger thing to me and she did that, I'm not going to remember, and try to drop 50 on her? Is it going to be disrespectful or classless if Iowa is beating LSU, say, by like 10, and Caitlin just start shooting threes from half court like Steph? Is that classless? As I said again before, man, the world has changed. It has changed fast, or for the better, in my opinion. But the bottom line is, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, they went out to play a game. No one punched nobody in the face. No one called nobody a derogatory word in a scenario, an ethnic slur. And the bottom line, it shouldn't be a story. But like I said again, those that want to make it a story has always made it about trying to put someone in a certain stereotype or a certain type of connotation to keep them from really maximizing their goal. They wanted to keep this about Caitlin Clark and not acknowledge LSU, in my professional opinion. And as I said again, University of Iowa, of all people, should know better than basically talking about certain people in certain ways and saying, hey, you can have long, flowing mullets, but you can't wear earrings and drive certain cars. Because of that, in American history, you were subject to a $4.2 million settlement when the longest tenured head coach in college football didn't even want to be deposed under oath to speak his truth to power, because at the end of the day, he and I both know what he did and did not do. Those blind eyes in Iowa pertaining to how you discriminate and basically call it standards is been exposed for what it is. And it came full circle last night in the women's national championship game.
What you got to say, Czar?
Hey, he got a point. I mean, to me, like I said, I can respect what Mr.
Robert T. Green, man.
Yeah, Robert T. Green is saying. I still think he was half right to me, but it's pockets of people. Well, it ain't nobody acknowledging that LSU is, it's not like people are not acknowledging and congratulating LSU. We as a people have made this into a race battle. Just like any other one, just like track, Robert T. Green, don't deny it. When that one white athlete wins in track, it's like, whoa, shit. Everything's about race, man.
Oh, so you talk. So in other words, we could do one better, Czar. I know. So you're referring to when in the NFL Combine, when Buddy ran the 4.3, he was a white guy, and Deion said, "I gotta go shake his hand."
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Everything about race, man. We got
So-
we have a strong conglomerate of people.
Here's the thing. Like I told you, Zach, it's not a we. It's not we make it about race. It's not we.
Yes,
You can't say
we.
everybody does. That's what you're saying when you say we.
Yes, everybody.
Everybody does not make it about race. I didn't make it a black or white thing. I made it a whatever. She did it, so she get to do it. I made it a her and her
Are you
thing.
part of the human race?
I made it a her and her thing.
Okay, all right. Are you part of the human race?
Yes.
Okay, I'm speaking as a large conglomerate of people. We're not talking about individuals. Just talking about as a whole.
No,
That's all.
I'm not going to allow you to do that. That's weak to me.
Why
You
is that?
You are skating around the truth.
Ain't nobody skating around too, bro.
Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up. Man, you ain't with me.
Come on, Zara.
Czar, the truth is, again, this you're making a point that, again, that the University of Iowa made. They lost in federal court. Just so you want to make you know. So if you raise your right hand and put over your heart whatever you want to do, this has already been litigated against. 2 years, even though no one knows about it. And it's the same dynamics. There's no one going to make it about race. First of all, when it comes to me, after I say I see things differently. That's the problem. And I'm going to be flat out when it comes to this on these platforms now, talking about culture. I don't want to be a part of any culture, white, black, green, yellow, whatever, that basically lowers the bar, the standard, just to basically get likes and follows. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to the standard of Caitlin Clark, she's the best basketball player there is out there. When she waved that young lady off in South Carolina, and again, if you go on my own Twitter feed, I literally, from back-to-back tweets, celebrated Caitlin Clark and then celebrated LSU. And I have no problem. The problem I had was guys like David Portnoy or other people in a sense who can't play the game, don't know what, and speaking about what classness is. But the reality is, when you really talk about what someone has done or hasn't done, who is someone like David Portnoy to speak about class? The fact of the matter is, if you've got common sense that God gave you to understand, this guy says and does things, he ain't the only one. And it's not a white or black thing. It's an actual social media platform thing to get a rise out of something that you decide to pick and choose when you want to make it the topic. As I said before, what he said about the young lady from LSU, again, this man, this company behind me, pre-post game, put the only public university in American history in court for racism and bullying against the African-American athletes, where the longest tenured strength coach got fired essentially, or basically dismissed, then got rehired by the Jacksonville Jaguars under your boy Urban Meyer. That's the point I told you.
That is your boy.
You was looking me dead in my face then. I'm saying it now. When I told you what was going to happen with Urban Meyer and your Jacksonville Jaguars, and when he hired Chris Doyle, it's the same coach from Iowa who's doing the same thing, who's out of work right now. Urban's out of work, Chris Doyle's out of work, and like I said before, at the end of the day, the $4.2 million settlement in American history lets you know this ain't something that people making it up. This is the same scenario.
How I can group in with that though?
Your boy Urban.
No.
That was you was loving Urban Meyer that summer.
Stop.
That summer you was on the Urban Meyer train, bro.
I was talking to you directly. You was the one. He's gonna win this when I told you that man was
Tim Tebow, Urban Meyer.
Did I say that?
I just said Tim Tebow's gonna get another shot. That's all I said.
No. Czar, did I not say Urban was getting fired months before he did? That's what I'm talking about, Czar.
Hey man, don't make us go roll the tape, bro. Don't do that, Czar.
Roll the tape, man. You say that.
Czar, you was caping for Urban Meyer hard that summer.
You basically tap out. I said it to you directly because you and I talked about it the whole time. It was me and you. Everybody
I don't think I said that though, man.
No, I said he's getting fired. And I told you he's going to get fired. And I said, why? I said the behaviors, how he treat people a certain way. And then when he hired
you know what?
Yeah,
Okay, wait. This is before the club incident when he had his finger up the, what?
That's the point.
I didn't see before that happened. I didn't think that was going to happen.
I didn't need a club incident. All I know is Urban Meyer had 31 arrests in the University of Florida. I know he is the only person that he so-called coached in Anthony Hernandez, double serial murderer. I know what professional development is. I know when people come around these youth, these athletes, and they want to give them a certain platform and say they're great in recruiting, but yet everybody has a problem about how Urban Meyer treated these adult men But mind you, he was doing the same thing in Ohio State and Florida and Utah decades before. And then when you hire Chris Doyle, who literally was in the actual lawsuit, named directly, and then lost his job, and then had the audacity and the arrogance to think that you can just go out there and do what you want to do. This guy right here on this platform, right in front of you, told you, they both gonna get fired. And then, like I said, now a settlement has happened. So now everybody talking about simple, she was taunting. But taunting is not a bad thing. But telling a black athlete, I'm gonna send you back to the ghetto. Telling a black athlete, I'm gonna step on the screen. Telling a black athlete, he's gonna drink milk before his actual training because you know he can't gain weight, and they make him run after eating steak when he's gonna vomit. The point is, there were things that are done that basically go to one side of the equation versus the other. No, it shouldn't be about race, but once again, the media, the narrative talking about how you said she's a beast. She is a beast. That's the point. She is a beast. Caitlin Clark's a beast. You don't take away what the young lady from LSU did. She did just set an NCAA record for rebounds, double doubles, but then half the world don't look like us saying, "Oh, she'll never be remembered." No, you don't want to remember her. Don't mean she's never not going to be remembered. That's
But Robert T. Green,
it's not about race. It's about the fact of the matter is people that are older like us just simply can't keep things in line. It's ain't race. Again, the reality is at the end of the day, a professional person that basically sees things a certain way and basically recognize what it is. No one that hasn't played the sport. I mean, you play the sport, Czar, so I'm going to give you that. So you know what trash talking is. I gave an example with me. I'm a professional. What I advise the athlete to say and do what I did to that young man when I was playing? No, that man could have really took my life probably in certain ways if I really think about it. I wasn't thinking. But the reality is, if I did it, then I got to own it. And Caitlin Clark doing this, and John Cena been doing it 20 years, and he got the most Make-A-Wish Foundation kids ever out there, so he can do this you can't see and say never give up. You don't see nobody making issues with that. I don't know. He can't see me and never give up. It's simple. It is really simple. It's not that hard. And the reality is, again, this whole dynamic that I'm speaking about is passionate I am now because I spent 2 years. I had athletes from Iowa and parents getting death threats, called all types of names, all types of derogatory terms from a ethnic standpoint, a disrespect standpoint. Oh, you just mad you didn't make it somewhere. I'm gonna say this one more time on this show. If it wasn't for these athletes from LSU and Iowa, NCAA, every commentator, every ESPN, every First Things First, everybody right now would not be getting compensated right now based on what the young lady from Iowa did and the young women from LSU did. The fact of the matter is, everybody trying to draw narratives and put people in corners, things like that. That's not them kids doing that. That's not them. That's not them. They deserve better. And from you, Czar, I'm saying, I know you're a comedian. I get it. You want to be in Hollywood. I know you're trying to get to Hollywood. You want to be at WrestleMania with George Kittle and those guys.
Hey man, watch out, bro.
No, it comes a point. You know why? Because you got that gray in your beard. That means you got experience in life. It comes a point on certain situations we cannot continue to make jokes and light about it. Because like I said before, the same thing with these young black athletes that played for Iowa, that blood, sweat, and tears, and that entire fan base who basically ignored them and ran over them for all these years and things of that nature. No one came to their defense and looked like me or them or other people. So what I'm simply saying, just be cognizant of it. This is not a scenario where you just make, everybody be about race. This thing is serious, man. And so people start actually taking it serious. Okay, talk about the joke about this and that. Who did it better? Which one? Do a poll.
Now, hold on, Lamar.
Or the Can't See Me. Which one is better?
Hold on. I know you ain't trying to end the show.
No. I just.
What's that? Okay, I know you ain't trying to use on Robert T. Green's take now. Don't do me like that.
Nah, I just put a little music in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So, okay, I agree with you somewhat, Robert T. Green, but y'all still glossing over the new term, glossing over the fact that people have made this about race. We both sides, bro, on my timeline. You better not let that white girl shoot that ball. Come on, I see it. I see white folks saying certain stuff. I see black folks saying certain stuff. That's how I know it's about race. For us to ignore that.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us, you and I, in the mind, and the people on these platforms that speak.
But I'm not making a joke about this. That's part of sports. That's part of the trash talk. I get it. I totally agree with what you say. The people that have made this what it is probably didn't play the game. Point blank. I can agree with you on that.
That should be the story. See, that's why I don't go on things anymore. And that's why I said I talked to him off camera.
Yeah.
Because what you just said, Czar, real talk, on the Ball Hawk show, you know I joke with you, but this is serious. That's the smartest thing you ever said on this platform. And that's the truth. What you just said, that's the smartest you ever said. I'm going to give it to you. You said it. Because the reality is, that's the point. The people that want to take and move things and move the goalposts and speak down a certain way, and we just jump on or go for the ride with them, like I'm done with all that. I got no time and patience for all that. The reality is, you want to speak truth to power about certain things, let's just talk about what it is. Trash talk happens in sports. Let people that been in sports speak about it. Let's say at the end of the day, have we ever had a situation where I trash talk somebody after the game says, he really hurt my feelings, man? No. Ron can say that. Ahmad was a massive about a trash talk. Where do you think Penny Hawk came from? Matter of fact, Ahmad was one of the dirtiest trash talkers there is. And I honestly, outside of off the field, after the game, they loved him. I don't care if too many people that liked Ahmad when he was playing. Not many at all. But
my goal was to have folks not like me while we play. I didn't want you to like me.
Not a little bit. So again, we got social media now. We got to speak to what it is. Like the reality is, this is what it is. I'm not talking about the talking heads on ESPN and all them other shows. Because half the time, those guys either that no longer play, that's on there, got the platforms. They got producers in the ear. They told what to say. Let's just keep it real with it. Let's keep it real with it. Trash talk is a way of in a sense, if you're down and as a mental attribute where you need to get your anxiety or your adrenaline flowing, you need to take yourself somewhere personally to be able to keep able to push through those certain things. Having a little animosity or a little the disdain for certain people for whatever reason you make it to be, gets you to push it forward. Professional athletes, high-level athletes know and understand that. If I was across the field with Ahmad, I never played with, but Ahmad's a DS on one side and the other one, ain't no way, me being me either. If they talking about Ahmad all week, I got problems with Ahmad. Never spoke to him. Don't matter. Because that means that I'm not getting what I need. And that's what it is. So at the end of the day, when people say, oh, sports is a game, it's sports shit. I'm say it again, as you guys know. It's not what it used to be. Sports is all business. This conversation that's not really something that's to be talked about is making hundreds of millions of dollars in one way today. Even from the standpoint of situations, maybe a parlay scenario, is LSU going to repeat? Caitlin Clark coming back? Is she going to be whatever? All these things are being driven by this exact conversation. None of that, for the most part, outside of NIL certainties, are going into these young women's pockets. And so we're going to continue to talk about sports as basically experts. And let's keep it real about what it is. Let's just keep it real about what it is. Everybody is really probably watching the Mod show right now, and then they either play sport at some point in some type of way possible. They might have coached some sport at a higher level. But that's why when I go on like the spaces, and that's why I told them I can't really do it anymore, because I'm not going to have nobody disrespect my platform and what I've done. Meaning I've done more shit than most people walking the earth in this business, start to finish. So when I say things, it ain't because I'm trying to make a point of big myself up. It's because I know. So when I said what I said about whether Baker Mayfield, or like I said, we had a long conversation. You screaming about team up. I'm talking about, hey, Urban Meyer should be coaching these guys. This is the type of guy he is. This is going to blow up. Then he hired this other person. Now, why do you think Urban Meyer isn't employed right now? I got a subpoena to show you right now when he had to basically get subpoenas for our case in Iowa because he hired Chris Doyle. Yeah. So when I say something, he got subpoenaed. Him and Trent Baalke. So my point is, it's a bigger level in this. And at the end of the day, I feel like Ahmad is the better version of Stephen A. Smith. I feel like you could be a better person of really bringing truth about really how these things go down. And I know we want to be entertained, but like I said, there's certain times on certain shows, certain platforms, you got to level up, bro. That's why I'm here right now. I ain't here for no other reason to level this conversation up because it's serious.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Mr. Robert T. Green, about the shows and stuff like that. I got a Zoom meeting to go to in a few minutes. Shut up, Ma. I do, man, for real. About 8 minutes.
I'm on the field against you.
Would you agree? I asked Big Brother Vic. I asked Vic the same thing. I think. Do you think there's a lot of trash out there as far as what ESPN and all these shows put on? Because like back in the day, the sports commentators or the shows were like
The sports
legitimate.
reporters.
Yeah, sports reporters. They were legitimate. It was less. It was less entertaining. I would say more boring, but they provided statistics, stuff you can kind of stand on.
Did you watch that show? Because I'm not trying to cut you off. Remember sports reporters?
No.
They were all about what you were saying. They just talked about
Michael
the game.
Wilbon and the other guy.
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael. Yes.
They were
But
sitting
now-
in this like, it was just 4 chairs, and they got right to talking about.
I
the game.
used to watch that. Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing about it now is more opinionated in entertainment where they drive.
The side stories.
I would say they drive drama because the athletes watch the shows more now than ever.
No,
You
you're
said
right.
opinionated. You said opinionated. What is it opinionated about?
Like, okay, like the Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. Smith gets up there. Some of the stuff he says is legit, but I cuts a fool on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's more entertaining than informational.
Yeah.
Because like we get Ian Rappaport, Ian Rappaport to me can really have his own show where he's just dropping, hey, this, and this, and this, and this. This is about to happen.
And which would be most watched? The guy that's getting right to the facts and giving you data that we really need, or the person who's giving you the chatty patty story?
The chatty patty.
So that's my point. So there we go.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. How do you feel about
we're
that?
now in the love and hip hop world of sports entertainment. So let's let's not take what these people say serious. Do we take what's said on Love and Hip Hop series? Do we take what's said on Desperate Housewives series?
Nope.
So let's not take what these people say as word. That's why when I was in Spaces, it was just reported. I said, let me tell you this one more time. What's reported 99% of the time is not true. The fact of the matter is they say things that drive certain agendas and narratives that fit everybody's want. And it becomes an argumentative scenario that players at the same time say, oh, I heard who's doing this, I heard he's doing that. And like, okay, you want to gossip, that's cool. They used to have things in the back in the day called soap operas. We got a new version of it now. But the fact is, when we're talking about specific situations as experts, 'cause I'm an expert, damn it, and ain't nobody gonna sit there and drag me by saying, oh, what do you know? I'm like I said again, American history taught. So, and it's not a braggadocious thing, but again, as an African American man, no different as what LSU want to say, unapologetically speaking, I'm a professional, so I know what professional is. A professional don't have a color to it. Professional is not a black and white or green and yellow thing. Professional is a standard. A lot of people, because you go into the pro sport, don't make you a professional. A lot of people that get a job to get to work somewhere don't make you a professional. The reality is no one really understands what that means, and that's the problem. So when Ahmad actually does certain things in certain places and he put out certain content, I already know he's a professional. Why? Because everything don't go across all boards. That's what professionals do. They know how to separate. So what I'm saying, there's certain things we can laugh and joke and hee ha ha, but in this scenario where this, like I said, there are black daughters right now that play sports that may come across the line and heard that some Caucasian male said, "You classist piece of you know what." Now, as a black man that stands about 6'2", 245 pounds, you won't say that if I had a daughter to her face. So it's standards need to be understood. You could be a fan. You could have your thought process. I don't like that. You can even say that. But then when you recognize that you want to basically go out there and take a stance that attack a whole group, a large amount of people in that standpoint from there, and then now people got to go into their corners and come out fighting. Like I said again, there's only gonna be a certain amount of people that really you could take serious about. Let's really put this perspective. This ain't what it is. So I'm not pouring this on the fire. No. I'm on with my Twitter. Caitlin, wonderful. LSU, congratulations. Man, y'all leave Caitlin lonely up. Don't say nothing to Caitlin either. And God knows, I ain't no fan of Iowa, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna be ignorant enough to put Caitlin Clark in the mess of the Iowa football team and Kirk Ferentz. That's ignorance. That's racism. I don't do that. University of Iowa is University of Iowa.
Shout out.
It's not Caitlin Clark. So you can't just say, well, what she did is classist either. Oh, you know Iowa's racist. I'm not putting Caitlin Clark in that. That's why I said again, people need to basically be straight, direct, and stop mixing things up for what it is.
Czar,
I'm praying.
stop
I don't want to
mixing.
hold up your show, ball hawk, but like I said,
Stop saying we. He just said it. Stop saying we, because you see how he did with Caitlin. He didn't put Caitlin with our people who go
I'm
left.
talking about as a people
Bruh.
all together.
Don't do
Bruh,
see, Zara, that's what we're trying to make.
That's what we're
Don't
trying
put
to
people as
say.
old, because if you keep doing that, that's the problem. We never change. I'm not like everybody else, bro. I'm black, you're black, he black. We not the same. We ain't
Okay, but
the
wait,
same.
this is what I'm talking about selective. We want to be different, and I'm not just saying black people, white people. We want to be different when it's convenient.
When it's convenient.
I'm
Yes,
different
when
all
it's
the time.
convenient. We want to be different. But then
Who's
something
we?
else happens. We're all
Who's
together.
we? Who's we?
Huh?
Yeah, that's the thing. You're saying we. You're not pointing out who you're.
Okay,
Like you're
so
being
for
very.
instance- Okay, so for instance, this is kind of far. Just hear me out. Let's say we were attacked by another country.
Mm-hmm.
We as a people had to take up arms.
As
right?
Americans had to take up
Yes.
arms.
So would you consider yourself? Oh, I'm not taking up arms because I'm black.
That's stupid. That's a stupid question.
I think that's
the
a
point
bad
I'm
example.
making.
That's,
You hit it right on the head.
Czar, that's a
dumb.
bad example. That's a bad
No, it's
example.
not a bad example.
Hold
bro.
on, I'm gonna do you one solid. I'm gonna do you one
Okay,
solid.
go ahead.
I'm gonna give you the same example, and I'm gonna show you why it don't make sense.
Okay.
If you a blood, or you a Crip, I'm a blood, and we beefing, and then somebody attack the same neighborhood, are we not gonna fight together because we Bloods and Crips?
We'll fight together.
But then once it's done, what's gonna happen? We're gonna make sure it's known we don't
Yeah,
like
we
each
back,
other, right?
We back at each other's necks. Yeah.
You see how you equip this and say, yeah.
That's the point I was trying to make, bro. It's just like when we convenient. It's just convenient, man.
But like I said earlier before Robert came on, in order for us to move forward when you have a disagreement, what has to take place?
You gotta hold
Somebody
each other
gotta admit,
accountable.
you gotta be accountable, you gotta admit your faults. Yeah,
Yes,
you gotta admit your
we-
faults. So reason why we as a people can't move forward is because those faults aren't ever really put on Front Street and people admit to it. They try to act like it's not there. They just suppress it and they move. They say it's history. Move on.
No,
This
no,
is
yeah,
one thing-
I understand what you.
Because here's the one thing. Here's the one thing, and I'll get off my soapbox that I really dislike. Because it's like selective memory, right? We're told to never forget certain dates, and then other things we're told is old. Move on.
Yeah, I'm not for that. We got to address everything.
But that's not a we thing. You
Yeah,
can't say
we
we as a people
have to
got to
address
stop
everything,
doing
bro.
that. I ain't saying we as a people got to stop doing that. They got to stop doing that. The folks
Who's
who
they?
tell the group that
Whoever.
tell black people that stop talking
No,
about.
don't skip over.
That's
the-
why I
don't
said
skip
the
over
group.
lily pad.
That's why I said the group. The group that's responsible.
Who is
It's a group of people. A large group of people.
Why you jumping over the lily pad, man?
Bro, why you ask? So here's the thing, Zar, that you think you slick.
No, I'm not.
You
bro.
hold on,
do the same thing.
hold on, brother. You
Go ahead,
tap
go ahead,
dance
my bad.
around a lot of issues, but you want me to be. I'm always frank,
Me
and
too.
I'm always calculating in the words that I use because words matter. So that's why I didn't say white America, because I ain't putting all the whites in the box. Because you got whites who are behind black people and want the same rights that we want.
Yes.
That's why I said the group. They know who they are. You know who they are.
That one step further.
But didn't I say groups of people myself?
It's about a standard and about an expectation. And I use that term DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. You can't have, and I say this publicly, you can't have equity without knowledge. If a standard of bar is low, you can't expect someone to now invite you in to be at the same level as them when you never rose the bar in the first place. And if the group, no matter who they are, despite their color, isn't basically elevated or don't want to accept what it takes to elevate, then at the end of the day, you're not going anywhere. That's why I even said for me, I said I'm the player's rep. And somebody asked me, what does that mean? I represent the player. You mean they do stuff stupid? No. At the end of the day, based off players' rights, players' advocacy, players' ability to get what they need, they want. In a sense, whether what they call an NIL now that I started, and the bottom line is, again, perfect example. And I don't want to change the subject, but the NIL is the perfect way to show about what it is, because Caitlin Clark, what she has done for the University of Iowa is equal to what some of those young men who are involved in the case that basically had the settlement give the University of Iowa. But one is celebrated, one is basically put on the pedestal, And the other ones are basically being put down based off of the same things that people talking about when it comes to the young lady at LSU who won a championship. This is why I said again, at the end of the day, it's not really that hard to basically respect the fact if you don't understand how this really works, just say that. Reserve your judgment to those who actually know and been there and done that. Take that as law. Take that as an expert opinion and knowledge. Don't necessarily say you gotta like it or agree with it, but don't go out your way to try to spit vitriol or try to basically put someone in a box, regardless of their color, regardless of their situation. And that's all I'm saying, because the bottom line is, again, the problem that I have in talking quote unquote in business is that the same thing. And I'll say this too, there's a couple guys that's in this space with me that African American have done this at a higher level when it comes to business and sport. The reality is that I have more difficulty getting a job in a certain way because people say they about me, meaning like the people that look like me, they're technically in this industry. I don't care if people like it or not, that's the truth. A lot of our people that look like me have done a lot of negative financial, professional things towards the same people they're representing that basically is now history. So when I get into the room and I try to speak and speak for myself and say what I bring to the table, they don't hear me because of that term that you were just saying. They going off of what the group has been known for. And the bottom line is today's people, today's youth, while I'm still alive, I'm trying to help people understand like we made a lot of mistakes as a group, all the way around, all these adults, we learned things. But I truly believe today's youth in future, regardless if people like it or not, that's why everybody's screaming about that term woke. That's why everybody's screaming about things about this whole thing about classes. Because the reality is the world is changing. The people that are younger than us understand each other a lot better than we understand them. So the bottom line is if Caitlin said what she said and did what she did, and there was no problem, and Ashley did, and Miss Reese did what she did, ain't no problem between them, then we need to step out, stay in our lane, mind our business, and keep it moving. And then talk about something that really matters.
I'm 100% with you on that, bro.
Housewives and Love and Hip Hop.
And that's why I said before you came on, Rob, I said the amazing thing about all the exchanges that I've seen on Twitter for folks who felt like Reese shouldn't have did that to Caitlin, who I call C Squared, the person that they were caping for and protecting didn't have an issue.
Nope.
They was responding like she had an issue and she was crying and she was trying to tell people, get her out of my face. She took it like a G because she was like, yo, I talk trash. It's a reason why she's seeking me out, because I do that.
Remember, Caitlin played against boys, remember?
Yeah. And they both gave each other, props.
But if somebody said that, again, that's why I said, that's why I don't like bringing narratives, because you can throw 1,000 of them. Somebody can say, well, Caitlin said she likes to play against boys, there's no girls around to play. If a same female who happened to be of a different race said the same exact thing, then it'll be going towards another stereotype about another group of people. That, hey, you shouldn't be playing women's sports because you play with boys the whole time growing up. So at the end of the day, these are, again, people who never played because it's already happened. So my point is, at the end of the day, this is a big to do about nothing that became huge because of the same scenario. And I use the University of Iowa about racism and bullying because I have firsthand knowledge and experience. I'm the only one on this platform that put those kids in federal court. So let's be frank about it. When I took this case up as a PR, public relations, and media relations, ESPN didn't want to get involved. Every major person, Stephen A. Smith, Jamel Hill, African Americans, I put this stuff out, did not retweet, did not share, did not do everything. Every Caucasian publication did not want to get out there. Every lawyer that I know in business at a high level did not want to take the case, did not want to engage. After me 3 months of being attacked by all types of people left and right, and then it moved the way it moved, then I got lawyers calling me, hey, great job, can we help? No, you can't help. At the end of the day, you should have been helped for 3 months. But the reality is, at the end of the day, the same people that help generate revenue for these universities, put them on their platform, on their back, and now that they basically are doing things differently, they were attacked. So now you're seeing it in real time. This thing is real time. Before yesterday's game, or 2 days ago, before Dawn Sally said what she said, this stuff been going on forever. And so now here you go again. It is culminated. It culminated why? Because the reality is the way the NCAA and the way sports really work, especially at the high school collegiate level, before NIL, you can almost write in chalk who's going to show up. So you don't have any typical Final Four team. Again, since NIL, let's talk about it. no Duke, no Kansas, no North Carolina, no Kentucky, none of those schools. Why? Because players going where they need to go. So what do you got? You got Miami, San Diego State, Connecticut, was it Miami and
Florida National.
But if you really took a poll right now, let's be real about it. A poll right now across America, who do you want to win? I went out looking at could tell you what demographics want who to win. They don't know no players on the team because nobody knows at San Diego State. Nobody knows who's on FAU.
They don't know Kawhi Leonard went to San Diego State.
They don't know all the kids. They don't know all the kids right now when they make their vote. They don't know 3 of the kids in UConn doing Ramadan fasting right now either. It might change their thought process. But like I said, at the same time, just by design from history.
You got 3 people in UConn practicing Ramadan? Ain't nobody going. They ain't going for UConn anymore.
They didn't know, but they don't know that though, because nobody's talking about it publicly. See, this is my point. So when it comes to support, right? Support. When I support, I'm making support. How things have done in college sports in the history of this time has been set up that way. So what you have now, LSU and Iowa, really, that's not really supposed to happen. But NIL kind of now makes it where you gotta meet down in Houston and be in the same spaces, and which I really gonna talk about. Really don't have that connection. And so I think in a way it's a good thing that this happened because now people are gonna start looking at stuff directly. And that's why I said we can move this conversation forward. But the reality is whether you white or you black, what Caitlin did is fine, what Ms. Reese did is fine. That's it. And anybody saying otherwise, and what's the conversation.
And what really gets lost is because Zara keeps saying we and race and stuff like here's the most fascinating thing about the situation. When Caitlin told the girl from Louisville, and I think it was a girl that used to train with Kobe's daughter. What was it? What's her name? Vander.
She's good. Vander, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I told y'all she called the girl a B word. You down by 15. Nobody had an issue with that. They was retweeting on Twitter. That's competitive banter. It's like, yo, man, that's worse than doing this than me calling a shorty the B word if we want to be technical. But I ain't got an issue with none of that. Why? Because I did all of that. Who am I to say that's wrong? What? Shit. Look, as a consumer, I want to be entertained. That's entertaining to me.
So can I say this? Can I interrupt you real quick, brother?
Go ahead, brother.
So it's a good thing you and Robert T. Green are here. I like this. Everything y'all said is correct. But you, Hawk, just said you just said that we can't change as a people as a whole until we start holding each other or start talking about the wrongs that have been done.
Yeah.
So why are we separating each other? Like, don't you think if we talk, if we kind of on the same mental wavelength, which some people are not, and we talk about this thing as a group of people, stuff will get resolved instead of just being separated?
No, because you still got old guarded people.
And that's why you have gatekeepers, and that's why.
Okay.
These conversations are, if you really think about it, look back on this conversation, is that I guarantee right now there's a certain amount of my followers that are following, that are listening, that might be older, or like, okay, now this is a different scenario. Whereas versus the younger ones in certain areas. And then there are people that just want to fit in. And when they just want to fit in, there's certain things they can't contribute to the conversation. So it becomes really watered down, not really going anywhere. And Ahmad being a host, he got to play to his audience. So then they all right, I just want to be talking whatever. Okay, cool, I'm recording what it is. But then when you start leveling the bar in the conversation, people really start learning. If you really want to say, well, we can take full advantage of this, you're saying, like, you know what? There's a billion athletes in the world. And don't think for 1 second. It's a difference between trash talking and being disrespectful. There's a difference between trash talking and being classless. And the reality is, if you really want to talk about it right now today, there's a level of youth coaches in sports that don't know. There's adults that are not developing properly. I have no problem with trash talk. I have no problem with that. But then when you have grown men that are supposed to be developing, or grown women that are supposed to be educating or developing the next group of people, they don't even know how to do it because they never played the game themselves or never recognized somebody else relevant in the game. So if we started doing a whole show right now about, let's just get everybody to play those sport, let's talk about our trash talk moments. It's gonna be all love, because at the end of the day, everyone that did it at that point know what happened after the fact. Sometimes it goes wrong.
Yep.
God rest his soul, Ron Hill. He was talking all type of trash about me when I played for the Albany Conquest, and they made their game plan was to make me look bad. To one of their players basically said, we trying to win the game, we trying to make him look bad. But then at the same time, when I got an interception off J.J. McKelvey, that's my guy, 6'5", Clemson player, picked it off. I got up and I was celebrating. I let the ball go. Now, this is the thing. I had a reputation in myself. I'm a trash talker, but I'm not dirty. I let the ball go. I spin around. The ball flew out my hand. I didn't see it. The ball hit the coach in the head. The coach, the one that was trying to go after me. Now, I apologize. See, I didn't like him. I didn't like him. He didn't like me. But the reality is, at that moment in time, I had a choice. I could have looked at my mistake, define me for that would have been classless. I hit the man in the head with the ball. I picked it off and he over there like boom. I went over and I said sorry. But that's what being a professional is in that standpoint from there. That's not what, there's a line that cannot be crossed. And no line was nowhere near crossed the other day. So the reality is, again, the people that's out there that really want to be who they are, the people, like I said, not we, the people that want to be who they are, let them be who they are, and let's not basically engage in this thing. We allow this thing to get bigger based off of the fact that the bottom line, I'm going to say this to anybody. I'm an African-American man, I'm a professional. I've done certain things a certain way, but as a man, I got to feel like a 20-year-old African-American woman, no matter who her mother or who her father may be, as a people in general, after this, if you're going to call her the B word and be in the space that I'm in, and she's 20 years old, I cannot, as respectful person in this space, sit back and just look the other way and be like, oh, that's just whatever. Because the same way, if it was a Caucasian female, there was Caitlin Clark, I'd take the same stance. You're not going to call that girl that and turn around and try to do like she did something crazy. So like I said, you can't be selective about who you want to point to all of a sudden when you want to talk about trash. And you need to direct it towards those people directly, Czar. And that's what I'm trying to say. So what Ahmad is saying, I'm saying the same thing to you. But you know what? No one's going to take any of us serious. We keep diving in the pool of we, because we need everybody to validate us through likes and through follows and through, support me. I don't care if you support me or not. You don't pay my bills. And that's black or white. It doesn't matter.
You got a point. You got a point. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
That's my challenge to you. Because I know you got experience. But I'm going to be real with you as a man. You take your platform and you dive way down deep and dirty just because I know what you're doing. So I'm a professional, bro. This is what I do for a living. I can assess you in 1,000 ways.
What do I do?
You try to basically engage the audience. You say whatever that makes them engage back with you. And I get it. That's what actors
do. We gotta talk. We gotta talk.
But you can't go too far. You gotta know where the line is drawn. Because at the end of the day, no matter how far you want to go, that stuff always gonna come back, bro. I'm telling you from first-hand experience. You really trying to get somewhere in this space, DJs are. You already crossed certain lines where I can't even go in and have conversations with you in the room anymore. I know, you know too. It's because at the end of the day, you can't. I can't let my platform be diluted based on something where I know you trying to make jokes. It's serious.
No, I get what you're saying, bro. But still, like, okay, when I try to bring both sides to the table. It's not foolery or nothing like that. We're gonna talk about the things that people want to talk about. They're scared to talk about. Just like you said, people, they there for likes and this and that. Damn all that. We need to get beneath the surface. We need to get underneath the crust and see what the problem is. And I have people that actually on my platform, they DM me like, you know what, bro? They both black and white, Asian, all that. They're like, I'm glad you talked about that because I can't find a space that I'm comfortable that's going to bring both parties to the middle. There's stuff like, I'm not trying to be funny. There's stuff just like I had a post, not to be funny, I had a post about Thanksgiving dinner. What black people bring and what white people bring. 3 people found it out of probably 60 found it offensive because one side said the white people had cats at the table or whatever, right? And one black person found it offensive because Thanksgiving lasts 9-10 hours. It's like a cookout. But still, people were able to talk on that particular post about things that white people didn't know black people did, and vice versa, man.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna get to some comments. So I'm gonna read a couple of them. So my boy Will says to you, Czar,
Oh my God.
you corny, bro. You act like a clown siding with white shit that you know would piss people off. You don't try to bring both sides. You are willing to challenge black people, and sometimes you admit to other people being wrong.
Can I rebut to that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Will, how you doing? Thanks for your positivity, brother. Hey, that's how you feel, and I can tell you have a certain undertone because you said white people shit. That right there, I can't converse back and forth with you, brother, because you already when people.
But
come
didn't
off
you just say the difference between white people
I
for
just
Thanksgiving?
don't
You put a label on something?
You're right. But when, especially my African American brothers respond that way, I can tell they feel certain ways about white people. So next question.
Will, that's not Will though. You don't know Will.
So Will love all people. All right, my man
Yeah.
Jay Swiss. Shout out to Jay, man. You know him from Twitter. There's certain groups of people who would nitpick something to take away from something amazing. What happened yesterday was great for the game and sport. Players of the game know. I agree with that because my man Willie Slum said the same thing, and he's speaking to the conglomerates. It's a shame that everybody that's recapping the game yesterday is starting off with the outrage of people calling this queen an idiot for having fun at the expense of another player. Basically, it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. That's what we call it.
A couple weeks ago when they talked about women's basketball and the ratings. Let's go back to the beginning of this. So really, that's where the whole narrative when people talk about women's basketball in this tournament, which by the way is the most watched tournament ever, about saying why would you really invest. So it's, again, there's conversations whether it's Paige Buchers or Caitlin staying in Iowa for another 3 years. They're going to get more money playing through the NIL and through their brand and their ability to do what they got to do now than they would they went pro, which is as a factual statement. But there was a large group of people that wanted to downplay women's games right now for whatever reason in this sense. So whether it's maybe, and again, you know what? I'm not going to do. You know what these are? I stopped myself. You know why? Because things that I've heard from other people, quote unquote narratives, I almost gave light to their narratives. I'll say this. What Dawn Staley said about this narrative about how you pick and choose who you want to basically see things in a certain way, that's what she was talking about. But the fact that it didn't start with the situation with the guy. It started with talking about women's basketball ratings, who's really watching, why ESPN was putting it out front. And then there's been a large group of people that wanted to basically focus it towards something else. It is culminated, and then yesterday, giving people the ability to now try to attack that. Because women did what they did, and the level that they had from being watched, they had to take away from how much money that they made, how exciting it was, how great the play was, how number 45, who's the transfer portal all-star of the world, who at the end of the day, without guys like the players rep fighting for players' rights to get transfer certain ways like coaches do, would not have a national championship ring right now.
And I'm glad you talked about that because I got questions for folks who got an issue with the transfer portal. Look at all these successful teams, men and women. They benefited from that portal. And a lot. Like, as much as we may hate the transfer portal, the product.
Not we.
No. I love it. Yeah. I love the option of moving when you want to move because look, at the end of the day, you still got to get into the institution because some kids want to transfer to some schools. And I know some players who try to get into this school, transferring from another school, couldn't get into the school because they grades. So you just can't transfer willy nilly, and you still got to qualify as a student first. People gloss over that.
You got good grades, bro?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, UVA.
I got my degree from UVA, sir.
That's what I'm saying, bro. To get in, I have
over a 3.0 coming out of high school, sir.
That's respect, bro. That's respect. I appreciate that, man.
Why is that a surprise?
Huh?
Why is that a surprise?
It's not, because to get into the school, the university that you graduated from, you got to be on your stuff. They're not gonna let just anybody in, regardless if you can play ball. You see
Ahmad, you see Jay Switch, you see me, right? You see us three right now on this camera, right? What's the difference between us right now? What do you see? What do you see when you see me, Jay Switch, and Ahmad? What's the difference between you and us?
What?
Don't make him answer
The
that.
three of us. You talking about we some cognitive real training real quick. You see Jay Switch, you see me, you see Ahmad, and you see you. What's the difference between these 4 cameras that you see with you?
I can't really see. Is that Jay Swiss at the bottom?
Yeah,
okay.
Jay Swiss.
Never mind, Zara. Everybody got to do work. The point is
he white?
As a professional,
Is he white?
as a commentator, as a podcaster.
Oh, okay.
you can look
He's
people
white.
in their
My bad.
eyes,
Okay, my bad.
Look people in their eyes. So right now, your camera is looking down. So we're looking at your ceiling. And with Jay Swiss and Ahmad and
You want me to bring him up closer for you, Zara?
Yeah. Okay, there we go, bro. Okay.
You're looking down. So you need to basically rate. So I said about professionals teaching and learning. This ain't trying to be funny, but this when you do things that way, you really want to have people start look at you and see you a certain way, whether it's through media, whether it's through advertising, whether it's through marketing. There's certain things you have to do. So I'm going to give it to you, like I said, like you are my client. Zara, you want to do your podcast? Do not point to your ceiling. Get your little stand, stand it up to the eye so I can see you in your face. If you got something in your teeth, your nose, your beard, I don't want to see it. So my point is, this is constructive, but real direct talk. What basically I'm saying is that at the end of the day, leveling the conversation up when people take us serious. I mean, not as a group of people. Just each individual. I says Mr. Switch is not African American. See, Ahmad is. I'm not wearing a hat. He's wearing a hat. He got a certain St. Virginia. I'm simply saying to you that you see when a stand in the bar is set, that's where it's at. So if you're looking around, you come in the room, where you at? Get with the standard. Meet the standard and go above. That's
bro. You right, bro.
Light off, Zar. You need lighting too, Zar. You can't turn the light off and be looking down. You look like
I'm working, bro. I'm working.
That's fine. Working.
I'm working. Look, when I do my stuff, I have my background. I have everything is leveled up. Trust me. I Robert T. Green. I can always learn from someone that's not on my level. So I'm not disrespecting you or nothing like that. I'm just saying I'm giving myself an excuse. I'm actually at work. So the reason you see lighting and stuff changing, that's my computer screen.
You actually made him get out. He actually tried to start on the show in the bed, which he wanted to be in the bed on my show.
I wouldn't even came in. You know I wouldn't have came in.
No, man.
No, I left him in the queue until he went into that room.
Yeah, man. I mean, see, just like to see the light just change. I can respect that, bro. I can respect that.
See, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying we're trying to move up, man. We're trying to set a standard. That's all I'm saying. The standard. That was the case. That was the whole conversation about standard.
Because here's the thing. To speak to what he says, are like I deliver stuff to you in a jokingly manner, but I'm serious. What I always tell you, if this was a conglomerate that said, "Hey, your real name, I'm not gonna say it. We want you on our show."
Oh yeah,
you ain't gonna
No, why is it different?
You ain't gonna be in your bed.
Why is it different? No, hold on, Ma. Hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on. Why is it different?
Can I answer the question?
Come on. See, that's what I'm doing. Wait. Right now. This man has put you on this platform who is a tech guy and all other stuff and a great commentator, podcaster, all the things, more than anybody else. Hell, he put you on more than he put me, because he know when I get on, most of his audience gonna leave. They don't want to hear business talk. I'm cool with that. So he put you on.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest about something. I'm gonna be honest about something. When Ahmad said, "Hey, I'm gonna do my StreamYard," I didn't really think of it to have. You know what I'm saying? Well, usually when I show up on Ahmad's show, I'm usually, like you said, presentable, stuff like that. So I didn't really take it. I'm not saying I didn't take the show that serious, but I didn't think it was going to be this long and drawn out. And I didn't really think
StreamYard. When we go StreamYard, it's at least 2 hours every time we go StreamYard.
I didn't think Robert T. Green was going to show up either.
He always show up in StreamYard.
No, he don't always show up in StreamYard.
He do show up on stream. Yeah, you and don't put him in it. Yeah, that's true.
Robert T.
Don't
show up.
He right. Don't put him in it.
No,
you trying to run. You trying to run.
It's the point. I'm not the one putting on my platform.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Because here's the thing. Hold on, Zara. Let's speak to your point.
All right.
And speak to what Rod was saying. I'm in a group chat with Jay Swiss. Jay Swiss said in the group chat before he came on, he was like, "Damn, I actually like this show more than his spaces." Because people like him that I met on Twitter don't realize this is actually the platform I prefer. I came on Spaces because it was just more convenient for me as far as like going to track practice and things like that. When I do StreamYard, I actually got to be home. So Spaces is more mobile. It's more flexibility. But if I had to choose, I'd rather do this because this is my cup of tea. It's like I could be entertaining, but it's more informative over the entertainment piece. And Rob said the real thing. When Rob come in and he really start dropping facts, it's so ironclad that people will leave because they can't argue against him. They can't. I'll have people want to say, "Oh, I can't wait till he come on. I'm gonna light his ass up." And as soon as he start talking, they be, damn, that's a good point. I ain't think of it like that.
Well, that's when I like when he come up because the show takes a turn. He not trying to,
He really set your ass up too. He
no,
Rob,
I go back before Robert T. Green, back, and not comedy wise. Now he is all knowing when it comes to the business side, but me and Robert T. Green, I do contest some of the stuff he has to say.
I'm gonna ask you this: when he makes a statement, has he been wrong yet? As far as predicting what's gonna take. The first prediction he made, and I was a part of it. We all was surprised. Remember that prediction about the draft when he said Baker Mayfield would do what? Go number one. Because we was all listening quarterbacks not named Baker going number one. And he told us, Hawk, you wrong. Lorenzo, you wrong.
But this is like a deposition. So you said I was wrong?
Yeah, what was you wrong on?
I forgot what
But you did forget, because I forgot too.
Oh yeah. So
what I'm not gonna forget. What I'm not gonna forget is that, like I said, and again, I mean it's respectful to everything and everybody. That's why I said again, it's not even about the business side. I think Ahmad is one of the best podcasters, guys that can have. Again, is what he did with Petty Hawk, genius. I'm talking business now again, but from a standpoint of you're talking about marketing, PR, how to basically create your own, build your platform. No one, when he transitions out of sports, all of a sudden now he started to do these things, and he started with Able Insurance. I remember, like I said, way back when in the beginning,
Blog
and he
Talk
built
Radio.
it up and kept building up. And as he's building it up, when he starts bringing other people on, he's getting moving further along. And he's put people like you on. I mean, it's respectfully with business wise too. You need to step the hell up. That's what I'm talking about the standards. You don't say because Robert T on, because his platform is more important to you than it is to me, and it's because that's who's getting you elevated. So
you know what, Robert T. You're 100% correct.
When he gets to that next level, there's no doubt in my mind, and God's my witness. I told him, I said, at the end of the day, I ain't here to sugarcoat nothing. He's better than Stephen A. Smith did for years, because he has context and has an ability to work and grind and put the numbers in and get in, then turn around and spend 2 hours fooling around with you. I don't. But at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, he's doing it in a way that at the end of the day, he can't be canceled. He can't be taken away, because when he steps in the room, someone can look at him and say, man, look at the brand behind that. Man, look at the consistency behind that. Man, look at the actual, all that. And then when he brings people on, the people that he bring on need to provide that level of context or validation to have them on. And I'm saying this to you respectfully too, since he brings you on. I'm like, give him that same respect you won't give anybody else. So don't put that on me. You step on his show, because the bottom line is, like I told him, when I say something, whether you like it or not, what I said about Iowa, what I said about Ezekiel Elliott, what I said about Lamar Jackson, what I said about, it's gonna happen. But you know what? I don't got the dollars to prove it. You know why? I put myself in the wrong situation with the wrong group of people who don't understand the level of what I'm doing things. And that's why I'm saying my business experience. I said it to Ahmad, saying to you, like y'all can be great, y'all can be like Max and Stephen A. if you wanted to, but you need to step the hell up and level up.
You're right.
You can't keep going down there and try to pull up people who ain't gonna never get to that level just because they want to do it. It ain't about everybody. It's not about everybody. It's about who you are and the authenticity of who you are. The ball hawk is who he is. Petty Hawk is who he is. Creating Petty Hawk, and like I said, is genius because it allows him to take the moment to say, you know, this is what I personally feel, but that's not gonna cross over to the ball hawk. Because at the end of the day, ball hawk is taking care of business. I'm saying to you, as a black man is doing a level of communicating and talking to people and listening, like I said again, don't make yourself a referendum on when you go on a show with people like Ahmad that people can't take serious. Because like I said, I want people to ask real questions. I want people to say, wake up with Zara or Ahmad and say, you know what, yeah, I learned something today. But they can, you know what, I'll be back tomorrow. If you just basically chit-chatting, you know, people at Thanksgiving, honestly, let's be real. You don't care what nobody did at Thanksgiving, who they talk to, white or black. Who are you even mentioning? Unless it's your house. And if you tell me you did, you do, then I'm going to tell you that, you know what, I got a ribbon to sell. You're just making it up.
Zara, it's the reason why you call yourself the algorithm, right? Why do you call yourself the algorithm?
I am the algorithm. Go ahead.
What does the algorithm like? Drama. You gotta like, bro. You gotta just own that you look for drama.
No,
You can't say like Will said. You can't say, "Oh, my discussion is to bring people together." No, you play on the strings of black people, bro.
No,
you do.
No,
That's like I told you. Now I told you this. I was like, bro, if you're gonna choose that lane, you gotta embrace what come with it. You do.
Yeah.
You gotta stand 10 toes down on it. Like
Right.
Jason Whitlock did it, and Jason Whitlock tried to stray away and speak the real. Like, nah, bro, you already like you picked your lane. You can't go back and forth. It's not allowed.
Hold up, I got to go to the Zoom meeting. I'm like late, bro. I got to drop off.
You said that 30 minutes ago. You had
I know. I
30
got
minutes
to
to
drop
go
off officially before they start calling me. Hey,
All right, man.
Robert T. Green. Before I go, the one thing I know you was incorrect on.
What?
When I said Lamar Jackson will not get paid by Baltimore. I think it was a conversation I had with you. You said he will get paid by Baltimore.
First of all, I don't talk like that. Get paid. That's the sound.
I'm just saying. I said
No. That is so
discussion.
vague. That is so vague. First of all, what I said about Lamar Jackson is that at the end of the day, he should have sat out last year, not this year. But I said that for Lamar's making bad business to not understand the business that he's in. I said Lamar Jackson has got offered the second highest contract in the history of the NFL to date, and him not accepting it based on what it is doesn't make a major mistake. I said by trying to use terms like Deshaun Watson and Kirk Cousins and saying that the game is basically based off of the market value is a fallacy. It's not true. Everything's about what's happening in real time. You missed 11 games. If you sat out this year, you only missed 6. So now you're negotiating against 5 more. That's less. That's what I said. And so the reality is people are not going to accept that contract or add more value to Lamar when you've been hurt that much when they draft every year. So that's the thing about the NFL and every sports business. They draft every year to get cheaper labor, not give you more money.
Hold on.
It's up to you to make yourself more relevant,
Go ahead,
more valuable to them. So
No, I
enjoy your
ain't
work
want to
day.
cut them off. I got to run, man, before I get in trouble, man. So
Yeah.
but Robert T. Green, I'm gonna take your advice to heed. And when I show up on the show, you right, I'm gonna be more professional. Have my
Come
stuff
correct,
together.
dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make sure
I
your
will.
business comes
I'm
out.
gonna give you a little while, man.
Eye contact.
Background stuff. All right,
Eye contact.
y'all be blessed, bro.
All right, Rob.
Lamar, you want me to leave now so the rest of your fans?
No, I'm about to close up. We've been over 2
All right,
hours.
I'm about to say, I don't want to
good
run
for
the
today.
rest of your audience on right now.
No,
I ain't giving them
I'll
away
probably do
anymore.
one probably Wednesday. I might do one again tomorrow. I got time this week, so I'll let everybody
good.
know when I'm gonna go live again, stream y'all. But I appreciate you, man, for coming on, bro.
Appreciate you, boss.
Yes,
Be
sir.
safe. Good talk.
That's my man Robert T. Green right there, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show today. That was 2 hours and 17 minutes and counting right now, man. Been a minute since got to do StreamYard. I've been on Twitter Spaces a lot. But I got more time this week with spring break. So there'll be more video shows. If you listen to this on Believe Network, this is the audio version. But go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube, man. Ball Hawk Show podcast 2.0. I had to start a new one. So I got to get my subscribers back up, man. But salute to everybody on YouTube. Salute to everybody on Twitter right now watching. Facts and Stats should be on right now on Twitter. Salute to Ev right there. So go check out Facts and Stats on Twitter, man. I think I'm gonna have another one Wednesday for sure. I might do another one tomorrow. But salute to LSU for winning the women's NCAA Division I National Championship, man. That was a great game. If you did not see any of the tournament and the games, go check it out. They probably got the condensed versions on YouTube. High level basketball was fun to watch. I will say this. I'm gonna end with this because a lot of people want more viewership, right? I will say this about to the women of women's sports. One thing you got to realize is drama comes with how the game is reported today. When you look at the men's game, a lot of time drama is covered more than the game. So don't think it's a knock to you guys if drama is being covered more than the national championship game. That's sports. Men's sports go through that in a lot. They do. That's how they sell the product of men's sports. Drama. Look at football. We talk about more drama than actual sport. Whether it's something that Antonio Brown might have did, or Tom Brady and his wife getting divorced during the season, and him still playing, or Aaron Rodgers going into a hole and going off the grid and stuff. Like, they talk about, or Lamar Jackson not having an agent and his mama this and that. Like, that's sports. So what I don't want to get lost when it comes to this women's game, they're talking about that You Can't See Me, that Reese did, because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Willie just said, shout out to Stings. People call NBA the best reality TV show ever. So I will say this to people who like the WNBA, right? If you want more eyes and more I'm trying to be guarding what I say, because I don't want to seem like I'm treating women differently. I'm gonna put it to you like this. They're gonna start talking about more drama to get y'all more eyes. I'm just keeping it in the stack with you. Ain't no disrespect. It ain't cause you a female. This is just what they do. They talk about drama. You want more eyes, you gonna get a bigger audience, you gonna get more casuals. And casuals look for drama. The real hard knock folks who really love sports, they pay attention to the sport. But casuals help you break records. Like when Floyd Mayweather used to break those pay-per-view numbers, it wasn't the hardcore boxing fans. It was the casuals that wanted him to lose, the haters, as they say. So if you want your brand and your product to get more eyes, you got to get more casuals to casually start watching your game. And that's create more drama. NBA, NFL, MLB don't got that much drama no more that I know, because I don't watch MLB that much. And I could be considered a casual when it comes to MLB. But once Buddy from the Angels, once they said he was like Babe Ruth and he pitching and he hitting, and then he struck out Mike Trout, or that baseball classic that day in, you damn sure know I watched the first game just to see him pitch, because I'm a casual now. That Joker got a great, so that's what I'm gonna say. Storylines, not drama. They're gonna create more storylines. Drama is like a bad word to use. So that's what it is. Storylines. They're gonna create more storylines for you. And I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's the Ball Hawk Show. We out. Peace. Create more storylines. Yeah, that's what we're going with.